I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna throw up.
And we see Kevi just fall. As he goes down, he hits his head on like a metal bar, out cold.
I didn't want there to be just gushing blood on the carpet or something. Oh my God, what if he doesn't make it?
Oh my God. He's dead, start peeing his pants. But, that's all right. In Thailand, we went to the hospital.
We have to keep you overnight. I'm not staying over here overnight, dude. Get me back to the hotel tonight. I don't give a fuck what they gotta do.
Like, this is a nightmare.
What if we have to be like a two-piece from now on?
Oh my God.
We're recording.
Wow.
We're recording, guys.
Let's go.
Hello, everybody. Cheat Codes Podcast. It's just the boys this time, just us three.
Ooh.
First time ever.
Yep.
How do you guys feel?
Feel good. Solo pod. I think it's good, I feel like you guys don't talk to me anymore.
Oh my God. He just starts on a serious note.
I don't even know you guys anymore.
You don't talk to me anymore.
It's been an interesting past couple years. I think when we look at cheat codes, like the last 3 or 4 years, and a lot of people have experienced this. We were all living in LA, and then COVID hit, and it got crazy. And me and Trevor were like, "We're out of here. This is too much."
A lot of things changed.
Yeah, and now it's like we're kind of just all over the place. Trevor lives in Portland now. I live in Vegas.
I'm in LA still.
Kevi lives in LA.
Yeah.
Holding it down.
So now we're kind of just like, it's like divorced parents, See you every week or so.
Yeah, but we're back. But when COVID hit, we had tried to do this podcast before. We had a few episodes, and we just kind of went on a hiatus, But we're back, and this is the first time we're doing it together. We're at Matt's house in Vegas. We're out of LA currently, and yeah. Any hot topics we should go over today, boys?
Oh, I was gonna ask you guys. So you guys see that Jake Paul and Logan Paul are gonna fight each other?
I saw the picture of them face to face, but did they announce that they were fighting?
Yeah, I think so.
Did they announce that?
I don't know. I
think they might be trolling us.
Maybe they are. I don't know. 100%.
Like it's them setting something up. They're giving us a date. It looks like they're gonna fight, but maybe it's something else.
I saw some. I think it maybe was fake though. It was I think it was Logan or Jake was like the fight you guys have been waiting a decade for.
Okay. Oh, he said the moment you've been waiting a decade for, I think.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
So it's I think he's trolling.
So, yeah, maybe I am a little bit wrong on it, but
I think that they wanted everyone to think that though. But maybe that's what's happening. But who knows? But they're getting us talking about it, so it's smart. If that happens, who do you guys want? Who do you guys want to win?
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess we have to go Logan because we know him better.
Yeah, we have to go Team Logan.
And it kind of doesn't really matter. It's like one
they're
of those things.
They're both going to make the same amount of money.
Yeah, they're going to make... Yeah, exactly. They're probably going to bet the same way.
Yeah, I've never met Jake.
So you think Jake's going to get his ass kicked?
I don't know. I mean, if I were to if I didn't know Logan, I might say Jake just based off the fights I've seen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's a tough one. I mean, I feel like he just I feel like his fights, he's done more fights, right?
Yeah, he has.
And they look more legit. He looks like his punches look insane.
Yeah,
so.
he looks strong.
I think when it comes down to training, now Logan's kind of focused on doing flips and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's more focused on WWE. So
yeah, that's a lot of trust and work. You could land wrong on one of those flips, and you're done.
Dude, all that stuff's pretty crazy. Getting hit in the head, whatever.
I wonder how long they train for it. Choreograph it.
They've been going hard for years.
It's wild.
Team Logan, I guess.
Team Logan.
Yeah.
We can say, yeah. You guys remember Logan was in our music video for No Service in the Hills.
Yeah, If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Shout out Bella Thorne.
Yep.
Yeah, Bella Thorne directed a music video for us, and she said she was going to call Logan to be in it. So that it happened right before COVID, right? 2020.
She was like, Logan owes me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was I think the basketball games or stuff started going down right at that video shoot.
Yeah.
Or they started canceling stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's when they announced the 2 week sort of situation. We're like, oh, everything's gonna be closed for 2 weeks. We're like, okay.
Yeah.
Everyone was really pissed at Rudy Gobert.
Who is that? Should I know?
Rudy Gobert is the first player he's the first player in the NBA that really got COVID.
Okay.
And then other people on his team started getting it. So they were all blaming him because he had this press conference before the big outbreak where he was like, "Oh, whatever, it's not that big deal," and he like fake sneezed or something.
Oh no way! Really?
Yeah, when it wasn't really a big deal. And then like a week or two later, they like canceled the whole NBA. So at the time, they were like, "Freaking Rudy, man!"
Like it's all his fault. Like he invented COVID.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. And now it's just kind of like looking back.
That's so silly.
Yeah.
That's funny, dude. You guys watching the NBA right now?
I don't really watch NBA anymore.
You're over
I
it?
don't like it. I don't like the courts, the new court colors.
Wait, is that a thing?
That's just my thing, dude. I hate it.
Wait, is that a real thing?
Yeah, they changed the court colors, bro. They look like
Like the lines in the court?
the whole
Or
court.
the actual wood?
Like the wood.
Like they had to.
Certain
Everyone had
teams
to.
have like different colors.
But I thought that was just for
The
the
tournament, whatever they do.
NBA tournament.
Which I don't even
in-season
know what that
tournament.
is. What is that? It's like a second
Well-
championship that's halfway through the season.
Yeah, I'm kind of biased because they do it in Vegas, so I think it's cool. But
Fair enough.
they try to delineate between the in-season tournament and the regular season games. So when it's but it's like sporadic. It's not like, oh, this whole month you're in the tournament. It's only like certain teams and certain games. So the only way you can delineate is by they change the colors of the court.
But the tournament games then don't count towards the overall season record.
No, they do.
So why do you have to delineate whatever you say in the court?
Whatever you're saying.
Why would they have
That's
to do that?
great.
Because if you're invested in who's gonna win the tournament, then you want to know like, oh, it's like if there's colors on the court, you're like, oh, this matters for the in-season tournament. Now I'm more invested.
I'm so like
Let me
removed
just
from
show
all
you,
this.
I'll show
I don't
you
know.
a picture of it, bro.
I don't really watch any sports. I was a little bit invested in football with my fantasy league, but now that's over. Even though
Oh, did you win? You were crushing back.
I came in
ago.
second place, so I didn't win. I didn't win any money. We didn't do any like prize for second place. So I was crushing it the whole season.
Yeah, I remember you were like undefeated.
I was
for a
like
while.
7 or 8 games in a row or something like that, and then something happened and it all fell apart.
Here, I'll show you the Pelicans.
Yeah,
This is like
what is that? What are you playing on?
the Pelicans was right here.
This is the NBA.
That's
Yeah,
the
that
NBA
was the
court,
NBA.
bro.
Oh no! Come on.
What is that? Put it back up there so they
What's
can see
going
it.
on?
Let them see. Look at that.
You don't like the neon green?
What team is that?
Pelicans.
No, I don't like it.
I've never even heard of the Pelicans.
They've been a team for like 10 years.
Oh,
they
dude,
the old
they never won.
Seahawks?
They never won, right?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
They used to have Anthony Davis.
Isn't the Pelicans owner the Seahawks?
Oh, I don't
Or
know.
not the Seahawks, the Supersonics, the old Supersonics guy?
I don't know. I thought that was the OKC.
Oh, OKC.
Thunder.
That is OKC. My bad.
Huh?
Yeah, but I was going to ask you about... Cause yeah, we don't really watch NBA as much anymore. I feel like they messed it up with all these deals with the streaming. It's like...
It's all over the place.
I remember a couple of years ago, I got the YouTube TV. It was $40 a month or something.
Whoa.
And then they raised it to about $100 a month or something crazy.
What's on it?
It's like live TV. It's like another way to watch
Like-
live TV. But you can record it. It's like a DVR. But then when they would have the local games, Lakers or whoever, they would block them off.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Scam.
what a scam. What's the point of this? So now I feel like it's all sporadic. Like some games are on Amazon, some games
they're
are on
all over the
HBO. So I guess you just got to get League Pass. They're just trying to get League Pass. But what do you think of Bronny? You got the pulse on LA. You've been a lifetime LA. You're a Laker fan, and now so
I
I've
like
always
Bronny.
loved LeBron.
I'm trying to keep
You used to.
I love LeBron. Yeah,
I'm trying to keep Trevor up
not
to
as
date.
much anymore, but
LeBron James' son has been in the NBA this year.
Right. I've seen a little bit about that. A lot of people hate on him, right?
Yeah, he got drafted in the second round, which usually if you're a second round draft pick, there's not like a lot of attention on you, but because he's a son, there is. So they let him play on opening night, which just it's a big story. Let's just let him play in the NBA, just get a photo.
Is he good enough to play?
Whatever. But now he's been in the G League. He had one good game where he scored 30 points.
So they put him down a league.
The G League is a developmental league. And
So he's not in the NBA now.
No,
he,
but
like
then
alternates. I think
two
He plays
days
home games.
2 days ago they brought him up to play for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
He went 0 for 8 and
Oh.
he didn't score a single point, and JJ Redick was getting a lot of heat for it. And he's like, yeah, he had a bad game, but you know. So what do you think being in LA, do you think it's bad look to keep trying to like push LeBron's son in these the regular NBA games as like for the city. Do you think it's just a bad look? Because it's not like LeBron's like Kobe. He's not like a Laker for life.
Yeah.
You won a championship, so like we're gonna give you your props, but like you can't just do whatever the hell you want.
If somebody else that wasn't LeBron's son came in and did 0 for 8, his ass would be benched.
Yeah. 100%.
If you can't hit it when it matters and when it counts, you don't deserve to play.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. Sorry, Bronny. I don't even know anything about you, but sit your ass down.
I think one of the worst parts about
They definitely
it,
give him favors, bro.
they had him
100%.
they had him guarding Tyrese Maxey against the Sixers, and he's probably their best player besides Joel Embiid, but he's been injured. So it's like you're getting a G League player to guard an all-star. It's kind of a lot, like for
Well,
Is this more on JJ Redick or
don't ask me, brother. Do not ask
does
me.
he need to reel the team in?
Bronny just needs a little bit more practice.
So you believe in him?
Yeah. Keep investing. Keep buying in the dip.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a 30-point G League game. I mean, that's not nothing.
Let him
Yeah,
cook
that's
in the
good.
G League for a little bit longer until he, earns his stripes.
Yep.
Then get him up.
Bam.
Yeah, it was a little controversial
Damn.
when he first signed because
He sounded like a fat Connie.
he signed like a legit contract. A lot of times when you're a second round pick,
It's like, one hand, it's like, it's not fair, but it's like also, it's LeBron James' son. What are you going to do?
Yeah,
Of course, he's going to pull in some favors and like make it happen. It's
at
like,
the
I
end of the
don't
day,
know.
it's entertainment,
Yeah.
So here's, we'll just get all the sports out of the way because I think it's funny. We like very casual on sports.
You guys talk about it in the car. I'm just sitting there just sit.
I respect Kevi's opinion more because he
What? What do you mean?
No, because
fake
I,
it.
just because he gambles.
and he probably watches way more sports. So it
I don't
makes
know.
sense.
He
That makes
just
sense.
because he gambles, I know he has money on the line. So I'm like, you're probably
Yeah,
paying
sometimes I gamble.
Wow.
more attention than me. But now the big controversy is the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl against the Eagles, and
Ugh.
a lot of people think it's a scam.
It is.
And here's the other the controversy with the NFL is apparently the way it's legally set up, it's set up as a sports entertainment league, which is the same way the WWE is set up. So a lot of people point to that and say,
Yep.
legally, if they want to rig the games, it's not against the law. They're allowed to do it. They're not like false marketing the fans.
Right.
So did you see the viral Dave Portnoy video?
No, let's see it.
He was so we were just in Buffalo, by the way. We just played a show in Buffalo. It was fun. Wasn't that like your favorite show?
I mean,
Oh,
don't know.
University of
I don't
Buffalo.
know. About, it was fun.
Oh, it was cool. Yeah, we got
It was
some
cool.
t-shirts.
It was all right.
But yeah,
We got some t-shirts.
Yeah,
that was fun.
it was a show.
I mean, I'll just play this. I don't know if you guys are interested in this at all.
Yeah, I love Dave
I
Portnoy.
still this play, which cost the Bills the Super Bowl. When they run in, you have the ref up top coming in. He has it by a full foot. Look at this guy. This guy's coming in with the spot. He has it. 23 comes in here, pushes him off his line. Look at this. He pushes him literally backwards. Like he goes backwards. That's the difference. How is the NFL a $1 billion league? Look at this guy. 23 coming in, pushes the ref backwards off his line, that little movement. And meanwhile, the guy up top has it by a fucking whole foot. What are we fucking doing?
It's a scam, huh?
He's rigging it. It's rigged.
$1 billion company.
Yeah.
You heard him say it. $1 billion company.
That's Dave Portnoy. I think he's a little bit. He definitely doesn't want the Chiefs.
Why? He has
Well,
beef
I don't
with
know.
them?
Buffalo. It's New York. It's
Like,
at least
he is
New
a
York
Swiftie,
State.
though. He is a Swiftie.
Is he?
Yeah,
He's a big
He's a major
Swiftie.
Swiftie.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
but at least he's like being objective here.
I thought, well, that's like a funny video. I mean, yeah, a lot of people are pointing to that play because they thought Buffalo could have got the first down. I don't know. It's pretty split. Some people think they should have got the first down. Other people think it's like, okay, you just.
There was another. There was another play that the Chiefs caught the ball, and the Buffalo guy had his arm like through the ball, and as he's going down, he like hits the ground, and then the ball comes out, but they marked it complete, and it like advanced him like right to the right almost to the touchdown. But when you look at the replay, it was like, no way, dude. Like the other guy's arm is through it. It's not. The Chief guy isn't even touching the ball. It's like mostly the Buffalo Bills guy holding the ball.
So you think it was an interception?
Yeah, or incomplete pass at least.
Right.
But
So it's rigged.
100%.
Wow.
100%.
You heard it.
Not
You heard it
financial
here.
advice.
You heard it here
Yeah.
first. The NFL is rigged. Yeah, my family's a little biased. They're all Chiefs fans.
Oh, so they're on the moon right now. They've been on the moon for years.
So when you look at the stats, there's a couple interesting stats. The Chiefs have 2 players. It's like one's like a lineman. I think one's a defensive player, and they have the most penalty calls against them than any other players. So then the Chiefs fans point to that and they say, well, they're getting the most penalty calls against them. So how is it rigged? If anything, the Chiefs had to overcome the fact that all these
penalties.
They got 2 players with the most flags that get called against them.
Wow.
But then the other side of it is Chiefs have the most dropped passes in the league. So I don't know if that works against them or for them for it being rigged.
That's interesting. I don't know how they'd be connected.
If they didn't have that many drop passes, then they would.
The games wouldn't be as close.
Yeah, the games would be way more. Chiefs would be blowing it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're basically saying his wide receivers are awful.
Yeah, he has some inexperienced ones, and then I don't know. Travis Kelce drops a lot of passes, but yeah, they have the most.
How old is Travis?
Like when they say drop passes, it basically means like Mahomes is throwing it accurately,
Yeah.
but
Damn.
the players should be able to catch it, but they don't. They drop it. So
Wow.
yeah. Well, you heard it here first. We got the.
It's 100% rigged.
It's 100% rigged.
100% rigged. I always think the WWE, the Entertainment Sports League thing is pretty interesting, though, for sure.
Classic WWE.
Remember when we played a show in Madison Square Garden, and then after the show, we were in one of the boxes, and we saw Robert Kraft
Oh yeah,
With
the commissioner,
Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell.
yeah.
While the thing was
And
happening,
that wasn't supposed to be happening at the time, right?
Well, I don't know if it was supposed to be happening, but
I don't think there were allowed to be next to each other.
they were looking pretty buddy.
Oh yeah.
And this was the Patriots' reign. This is like 2017. Weren't the Patriots still
Yep.
winning like every single year?
Yeah, there's something going on. Something shady.
It's all business.
Trevor doesn't like that.
I mean, whatever.
Trevor
I don't
doesn't
really
like that.
I don't really follow too much sports, but
But like with the gambling and stuff, do you think they kind of, even if it's like they don't really affect the games, do you think they're
I
like,
think
if we can throw some like points here, we can like make the spread? Because even that
100%, bro.
that
Remember-
Chiefs game, I was like, they were up by like 15 or something with like a quarter left, and then it was like a really close game at the end. So like, all right, let's just like keep it close.
Dude, I think the refs, the officiating refs, definitely are like scheming
Something's
the games.
going on.
You know, cousin Chris used to be a ref, not for like NJB.
Oh, so you know firsthand he was throwing
Yeah,
games.
he knows how to fib it.
Yeah, he tells me people would come and like offer him like cash to like.
You're kidding.
Yeah, all the time. And this is when he was doing like little kid, like I don't know, high schoolers or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But imagine if you are a ref and like you could, you could
Yeah.
have like your homie put down some money on a game, and then you could just like do that call in the game or make
There's
sure
that whole
happens.
NBA like documentary about that,
Yes,
right?
there was a guy that got caught and like it
Yeah.
happened to him.
And he was throwing games.
Yep.
He did it for years
Yep.
and made a bunch of money.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder how they catch you.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Paper trails.
They're just like what, your tax returns or something. And
I don't know, like just conversations with people, and sending
think-
money between people.
I think that ref, he had all these like new cars, or like all of a sudden your lifestyle starts going up, and you're like,
Like,
wait a
that
second,
doesn't make sense.
You make like $100,000 a year. Like, what is going on? You're buying like vacation houses. They start looking into it,
Yeah, you start flashing it around.
I'm dead, bro.
So you hear about I just always think the gambling thing is interesting because like the last couple years, all of a sudden you're just legally allowed to gamble wherever you want. It's just like on all the apps.
Yeah, I can gamble in
Yeah.
California.
You used to
on
have to
Prize
do
Picks.
like
Yeah.
sports betting and
DraftKings, all that stuff.
and the casinos, but
Yep.
now you just do it on your phone, right?
Yep, pretty much.
So did you hear about it's Michael Porter Jr.'s brother, Jonte Porter? This was last year. He basically got kicked out of the NBA because he was gambling on his own games.
Oh, really?
You didn't hear about this? He played for the Toronto Raptors.
I think I did hear
What
about
are you
this.
doing? What
So I think,
the hell?
I think they'll usually get like a friend to place the bets for them. And it's funny because Jonte Porter, he averages like 4 or 5 points a game. You know what I mean? He probably only plays like 10, 15 minutes a game. So, but he was making like $500,000, $1 million a year, And it's just funny. You're like,
betting
okay.
on his own games. Did he bet for himself to lose?
Yeah, exactly.
He did.
So like there's
Yeah, that's where it gets really shady.
If you're doing it to win, then it's like, okay, then
That's
you believe
cool.
in yourself.
Yeah,
you know?
you should be able to do that. I like that.
But
it's like Pete Rose.
yeah, but to bet against yourself, I was like, you're clearly throwing the game here.
Yeah, then there's no upside.
You're gonna mess things up. You're gonna get in the way. You're gonna fucking miss shots. Like, yeah.
But yeah, there's these viral clips of him because he usually only scores 5 points a game, and there's the games they think that he was betting where he had like a wide open three or something, and he shoots it, and it goes in, but you could tell he's like not happy about it.
Really?
Yeah. Because you're like, damn it.
He's like, shit.
I mean, if you only score 5 points a game, it's like you can only score like one bucket to like lose your over under or whatever.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I can't believe that.
So I brought that up because there's a new this is just like an article from January 30th, but
I saw
they're
this.
investigating Terry Rozier. It's like the same gambling ring.
What do you mean by ring? What's it say?
So it's like
people?
it's like a gambling operation. So they'll basically, I don't know if they approach the players or what, but the Terry Rozier one, the game that they're investigating is from 2023, and he usually plays like 25, 30 minutes a game. And this game, he plays for like 9 minutes, and then he comes out the game for foot soreness.
Oh yes, I saw them talking about this on X.
Yeah.
So they just pulled him out because what? You think like the feds are in there or something?
Or he just was like, hey, get me out. Like my foot hurts when it didn't hurt, so we didn't have to like score.
No, it's basically like when they do the betting, it's all based on like over under. Like if you hit this amount of points or this amount of rebounds or whatever. So it's like if you're gonna, that's why
If you get taken on injury, it's void.
they have really strict rules in the NBA and these sports now where like the organizations are supposed to tell the league if you're injured. So if you're not injured, you play the game, but then you leave after 9 minutes for like foot soreness.
Yeah.
So then it throws off the over the under. Anybody that betted on Terry Rozier for that game, he was way under like his normal points and normal assists or whatever.
Right.
So that's why they're investigating him, because it's like the same
deal.
Yeah.
You think he did it?
I don't know, but foot soreness, like what? That's not even a real injury, guys. Come on.
Yeah, if you're a real boss, you're gonna push through it. You're like, foot sore. Don't take me out of the game. My foot's sore. Who cares?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like you really want to be there.
It's hard to tell now because they do all the load management stuff. So, you know,
It's crazy.
Damn.
what do you think, Kev? Because you're always gambling.
I love gambling.
You think this guy's gambling?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe, probably.
It'd be dumb if
Because
they
why
are. They
would
make
you have,
so
like,
much
a-
money.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's like, I don't know. Maybe he's not because you make so much cash, but
You ruin your contract just like that. What's the
yeah,
point?
you get banned. Because isn't that one guy that you were just talking about? Isn't he banned from the NBA now?
Yeah, Jonte.
And he's not playing overseas.
You
got to
be like
probably.
addicted to gambling to do
Yeah,
that.
it's
To bet
gotta
your
be
whole
like-
career on it. It's like, whoa,
Probably like a mental problem or something. You know, like your mind just
addicted.
addicted personality.
I mean the Otani thing.
That was crazy too. Yeah, that was. Did you hear the phone calls?
no, but it's like his
they're
translator
wild.
was betting on all of them, right?
Yeah, and he calls the bank and he acts like Shohei, and he's like, "Yeah, I want to wire it to my friend,
Who's Otani?
the Los Angeles Dodger baseball player."
He's the best player.
He was throwing games.
Not him. His translator was. Was he just gambling?
His translator was betting on his game, so then they were trying to connect it and saying that like Otani was like, because I think Otani had loaned him money, didn't he? He
did, but then also he was accused, I think, of actually like pulling out more than he actually was loaned.
Basically, Otani loaned him money, but then to basically get off of Otani, the explanation was that the translator was pulling out more money than he was supposed to.
Oh,
But he was gambling on his game. So like the beginning of the season, there was all like a big controversy. But they won the World Series and nothing happened. So he's the best player in the league. It'd be like,
He's good.
did you think he bet on himself to win though?
I don't know.
yeah. He wasn't throwing games. I mean, they literally won the World Series.
Yeah,
and
'cause-
he's the best. He's like an MVP.
Well,
Like
then he's badass.
then
dude.
it's cool. Then you don't care.
Yeah.
That's the difference. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
if
saying?
you're like, I'm gonna win this game. I'm gonna kick
Exactly.
ass. Like
If you're-
that's sick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
if you're Jonte and you score 5 points a game and you're just like, it's like, dude, we can't have that in the NBA.
Yeah, just like, oh, my foot hurts. I'm gonna go sit down. What?
If you're
Yeah.
Steph Curry or Tom Brady and you're like, I'm gonna win. I'm always gonna win.
Yeah, that's sick. Go for it.
I'm just
Bet
gonna
on
make
it.
even more money.
Yeah.
Like try to stop me.
Yeah, you
Yep.
should.
The legends.
So you're saying you bet on yourself?
Yeah, I would bet on myself.
To win though, yeah?
Yeah.
Unless you were tired that day.
Yeah, unless
Yeah, maybe
if I was
foot hurts.
tired, maybe like pull me out.
You screw it. Whatever.
Man, do you guys do prize picks?
No, I don't gamble.
I don't gamble. I've just been on my crypto and
Yeah,
Robinhood
basically all
grind.
that's just gambling now. Basically,
It feels like gambling, yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Crypto
so.
really does.
What are you in on crypto?
Dude, so many different coins. I can't even begin. It's probably like 15 different things. I
are
don't
you
know.
on Butthole Coin?
No, fart coin?
Fart Coin?
No, I'm not. Even though honestly, there was huge gains from that. People are like,
Wait, is that a real coin?
It's a real thing.
Yeah, bro.
I see all the memes and it's like the guy talking to the girl like trying to riz her up and he's like, well, first there's Butthole Coin.
It just shows you how funny it is. Like it's all just a joke, but like if you know what you're doing, it could work. It's so funny.
How do they create the tokens? Like, or how do they create these things? Like,
Dude, who
every day?
knows? It's way beyond me. These guys are like so tech smart, just coding stuff.
You guys gonna
They
make
like
your own coin?
mine coins and
I would
stuff.
love to.
Yeah, how do we do it? I think
don't
anybody
know
could
how.
do it. You probably just ask ChatGPT to figure it out for you.
That's,
You know?
okay, that's actually a good shout.
So there's just like no rules about it anymore.
I don't know, dude. Seems like
Well,
anybody
I
can
don't
make
think,
it.
yeah, because like Trump just launched a coin too, and he did the Melania coin.
Yep.
And
Wait, there's
like,
a Melania coin?
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
kidding.
bro, raised like 40 billion or something.
Damn.
Portnoy made like $1 million off the Trump coin in, like overnight and then sold.
Yeah, and then what? Like, but how does that? I don't understand it.
Put in
dude.
500K,
I
it
don't
rose.
get it.
He made $1 million and he sold. He's like, okay,
It's like
great.
one of those things where like you're just gambling on when it's gonna peak.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now feels right. Sell it.
Yeah, it's like I'm up, sell.
So what's the deal with XRP? Like, why do people think that one's gonna be legit?
I think because
Trevor's like, I don't know.
Dude,
I'm
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I can act like I can explain it. It's so confusing. It's so confusing. There's like so many weird different layers to it. I have no idea, but it just keeps going up. So it's like, all right, ride the ship. You know, try to figure out when you should sell it. I don't know.
Is Hawk Tour gonna be okay?
Oh, dude, she's in
what
trouble.
happened to that girl? She's
She
been
hasn't
gone,
done.
dude.
She hasn't done a podcast since the coin scam.
You're kidding.
I
Yeah,
saw that.
the Talk to a podcast is pretty much done. I think she was just going up, and then
You think she cashed out? I don't understand what happened. She had the coin.
well, I
launched the
think
coin,
there's
and then
potential
pooped
of
on
her
the coin.
getting in like legal trouble from it. I think that's why it's like I think probably why she's like nervous. You know what I mean? You don't want to get involved with stuff like that. People are pissed.
But
A lot of people lost money, but I mean, it happens. I don't know why you would put money into something like that. Like
yeah, like what?
it seems like such like a scam, you know. And you know it's gonna get like the rug is just gonna get pulled from under you. But oh well,
It's interesting.
it is what it is. Haley Welch.
It's kind of interesting too because it feels like 4 years after the giant explosion in coins, and now they're like coming back.
It's every 4 years. That's the cycle.
Oh, okay, the cycle. Got it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But is she's getting scrutinized because she was essentially selling what, like she sold too quick, or
Classic
like
rug and tug.
No, it was like the idea was that like the people that she was working with to set up the coin, people are accusing them of having basically like pumped it up, and then as soon as it got to a certain point, they all pulled, to where everyone else that was investing in it, that they were like hyping it up to, just lost all their money and they cashed out.
Right. So where does it become like a legality thing? What's the time frame?
I don't
or
know.
is it just like lying?
I think it has to do with them like, I don't know, insider trading of some sort, with them like planning on like this like sort of scheme.
Yeah.
Of like, okay, we're all going to do this, we're all going to pump it, and then we're all going to pull, bam.
Yeah, I think
know?
they had like 80% of the float. or
Yeah, like
some-
they
or
own the
something like
majority
that.
of it, to where they can just completely control it.
So when it already came out, it was like they were already up in value like a crap ton.
Isn't that similar with Trump's though?
Yeah, but I think Trump's had a thing on it where like he can't sell it for 3 years.
Oh, okay, got
And
it.
I
got
think
it.
her coin had the same kind of stipulation on it. I think, but I'm not
So does a lot of it
100%
have to
sure.
do with just like false advertisement? Like if you're telling, if Trump comes out and he's like, I'm making my own coin and I'm not going to sell it for 4 years, and then he does, you're obviously going to get sued because it's like you're selling a false product.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people that have gotten in trouble for this. It'll
Yeah.
be interesting to see if they actually get in legal trouble versus just get like canceled online. You know what I
Because
mean?
the same thing
Yeah,
with like
it's either like a slap on the wrist
the
or
Logan
that.
Paul thing. It's like
People got mad at him too, but he's obviously
What happened with him
Pe-
again?
people
He
got-
they accused him of a
Crypto
similar thing.
Yeah,
but
but
CoffeeZilla came after him and came after Haley Welch. So this guy named CoffeeZilla is like this. He watches all of it. So he was the one who attacked Haley. And was like, I was watching everything through like the wallets, like behind, you know, whatever, seeing who was like controlling the coins, and I can tell you guys are manipulating it.
right, but the
You know what I mean?
I love that.
but that's what I'm saying. It comes down
guy.
Yeah.
to like legally, where does it become where it's like false advertisement? Like with the Logan Paul thing, he had a thing called Crypto Zoo, and he was trying to make it almost like a Pokemon thing where you buy these eggs and then the eggs hatch into like little creatures. So it's like once the idea was like once they hatch, people like trade them like, oh, you have like a Charizard, that's cool. And then as you're like buying the eggs, you can, I don't know, stake or like make money off of whatever. But then he never like hatched the eggs.
They never hatched,
I think that was the issue.
But
but
he,
they had them. People
Something
had the
like-
eggs.
something like that.
no, a
Yeah.
lot of
No,
people,
you're
yeah, a
kidding
lot of
me.
people had the eggs for like a while, like a long time. So they were waiting for the eggs to hatch.
It's never hatched.
But then Logan's
Wait,
Logan,
what?
Logan,
Really? Wow.
yeah, Logan's defense is that the people that invested in the project basically scammed him, so they like pulled out the money before they could kind of like complete the project. It'd be like if you started a company and then your investors that were like, okay, cool, here's what we're gonna do with the project, and then they left you like high and dry.
That's exactly what Haley's gonna say, and I'm
Yeah.
sure has already said. Like, well, I had no idea what these guys are doing.
I'm
I'm
an
like a tech
influencer.
wizard. They just
Yeah.
told me that if I did this, we could make money, and then we could blah blah blah. And so she went along with it, and they pulled the rug, and she was sitting there like, "What is happening?"
Yep.
You know?
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
So you still want to make your own coin?
100%. 100%.
You gonna sell in the first 3 years? We'll
Depends.
see.
Yeah, I guess we'll
Depends
see.
on how hard it
Yeah.
pumps.
I guess.
It's called the Kevi coin.
The Kevi coin, dude.
Wow, I love it.
KC.
So yeah, we how you guys feeling? We got Reno, Nevada
Oh.
this weekend and San Diego.
Yeah, we're playing Reno tonight and San Diego tomorrow. A bunch of friends coming tomorrow. Cousin, girlfriend, friends. Our manager's coming. People from a couple of friends from Maryland are coming. It's gonna be a whole thing.
Big party.
Yeah.
First time playing Reno. I used to love that show, Reno 911.
Have you guys ever been to Reno? I've never been.
I've been to Reno, like driving through it.
Okay.
And I think I've stayed there, but I don't really remember too much about it, to be honest. I think I
Okay.
was there for like a day and left.
Okay.
It's just like a really small version of Vegas.
Okay. I'm excited then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love Vegas,
I
so
love Vegas.
casinos, gambling.
That's all I need.
What are you gonna go for at the casino
I'll
today?
probably go maybe blackjack or baccarat.
Okay. How do you play baccarat? I don't understand.
It's
the concept.
like I don't know. It's exactly if you can either bet on with the dealer and then bet like as your own hand. And I'm not 100% sure on this because I just always bet with the dealer. But I think it's like there's two cards, and then whatever a card is like closer to 10 wins, I believe. So if it's like the dealer has like a 4 and a 2, then and you have a 3 and a 3 and a 2, then the dealer would win.
Okay.
I think, pretty sure, but
Just go with the dealer.
Yeah, it's like I read online or ChatGPT that it's like the highest odds of winning in a casino.
Okay, nice.
So
There you go.
Yeah.
Go with the odds.
yeah, I try to.
Go with the odds.
Yeah.
Always.
You think now that we have like AI and we can just have AI do calculations and things like that, people would just start using it for gambling and
Yeah,
different
maybe.
things. I mean, for like probabilities.
Yeah. Although sometimes I realize like you can ask the AI sometimes it will mess up the probabilities or
Wow.
like the numbers, you know?
Does it?
Yeah, sometimes. But you just have to like reprompt it and like double check
Try
your work.
again. Oh yeah.
So what's the point if you got to double check the work all the time?
I don't know. I realize it's only been doing that for me at least like the last year, not like more
think-
so the last year. But
Is
they
it
have
get-
like more regulations on it, I think.
Is
now.
it getting dumber?
I think so, dude.
What?
Yeah. And I don't know if that's because I'm smoking, Mary Jane next to it and it's going in the phone.
It's just getting
But-
silly.
Oh, it's like absorbing. It's like talking to you.
But-
As it's talking to you,
It
it's
does
just
mess
getting
up
dumber.
sometimes though, which is
Yeah,
funny.
right?
Sometimes it gives you like the best answers ever, and you're like, wow. And then
Yeah.
sometimes you're like, that's not correct.
Yeah, like yeah, you're not doing what I said, please.
Yeah. Try again. Try
But it'll
again.
just get math wrong. Is that what you're saying?
Well, just in general,
Even prompts
just different
or like,
things.
yeah, anything from
They'll just
writing.
mess up
or-
random things.
Yeah. Well, this will be our first time going to Reno, but last time we booked a show there like 2 years ago, and the entire staff got COVID, so we had to cancel.
I remember
That's
that.
true.
So now we're back. So we gotta make it count.
Yeah, that's crazy that the whole staff got COVID. Never dealt with that.
It's on the Hellraisers bus tour.
That's
Well,
fun.
we're back, baby. Reno.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So you guys, we're talking about AI, some of the AI stuff.
Yeah,
But-
you guys see that DeepSeek?
Yeah, you guys are worried about DeepSeek.
No, I'm not worried about it.
Why aren't you worried about it?
I probably won't use it. I heard it's like not as good as ChatGPT, and we don't want to give China our information, right? Isn't that like something
So is
we
that-
should be worried about?
Is
That's
that
what
is
they're
that
saying.
confirmed with like the data? Yeah, yeah. Actually, I did see that, the keystrokes and stuff.
And, yeah, and I mean, I like Nvidia and all these other companies, so I want to, you know,
So you're just biased.
I'm biased. You know, you got to stick with American tech. You know,
Yeah,
so
DeepSeek.
what do you think about it? Have you used it yet?
I haven't used it, but I read that they are using NVIDIA chips to power their stuff.
Right. And I heard that they can't give like certain answers they're not allowed to give.
Right.
I read that
Yeah.
online. Like it won't give you the answer if you ask about certain things,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
So I don't know.
Kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
If it's like going to just restrict answers, it's like, okay, no thanks.
Yeah. I wish there was like one where it would just tell you everything. You know, like a open,
Yeah, a cracked version.
yeah.
Yeah, eventually there will be something like that, which would be crazy because, I mean, they're definitely regulated like on like certain things that they don't want people to know. Like, on,
Yeah,
like,
100%.
if somebody like, how do I kill somebody? Well, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
obviously, it's not supposed to tell you like those things. You know,
Yeah.
like, but like if somebody cracks a version of it and like can get these dark answers, like that's freaky, dude.
I wonder what it would say.
You know, I know some wild stuff. I actually watched this whole interview with Sam Altman, the guy from OpenAI or whatever.
Oh, Sam, yes.
with Lex Friedman, and him talking about it was like really weird and interesting. It's kind of scary though.
Like it's interesting to think about.
Yeah, see what happens, dude.
Yeah, I guess if we want to predict, is this going to be like, say the next like 3 or 4 years? Because the AI stuff is getting crazy. And then we have obviously the new presidency, which has a lot of, it seems like it's a big gamble right now. Like it's almost like how the stock market was in like 2020, 2021.
Yeah, bro,
like,
it's exactly.
Well, it's not
the
going
same.
anywhere, so it's like for us to be like you can't ignore it. It's like it's definitely going to just get bigger and bigger and bigger and more integrated into daily life. You know what I mean? Just like the internet or iPhones or credit cards, all these things
Yeah.
that used to be foreign to us. You know what I mean? That used to be like, oh, you're going to put your money in a bank and put it on a card. That's so weird. Like crypto is the equivalent to that, and I don't know. All of it's like just it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Just got to get
Yeah.
used to it.
Well, you get
I'm saying more along the lines of the economy for the next 3 or 4 years. If everything becomes more productive because everyone has wide use availability of AI, just in every industry,
Right.
then does everything, the productivity of every company just explode? And then just like the next 3 or 4 years, our GDP is just, we're like, cool, we're paying off our debt.
I don't know. Either a lot of people are going to be losing jobs or just
Yeah, that's what I
finding
get-
finding new
that's
jobs.
the gamble, right? It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I don't know.
is there like so many people that their jobs are replaced because of AI, then like homelessness is just like through the roof? Or is it because now we can create and produce stuff way cheaper, then we have more, like everything becomes way cheaper, like all of
Yeah.
our products, all of our services, and
Right.
then the jobs we were doing before, we just, you're working in AI, you're working in a new industry.
Yeah. I think just a lot more like hands-on jobs will be important,
like electrician.
physically. Yeah, you have to physically go
Plumber.
do carpenters,
Yeah.
construction workers, blah, blah, blah,
I agree with that.
all that stuff. And just handmade things. People will just appreciate something that was, that somebody took the time on to make,
Yeah.
even clothes or whatever else. If it's like, if somebody hand makes something, that will just go up in value. So just got to get good at a trade, installing flooring, construct, whatever, you can't really do AI yet with all that.
No, I don't think you ever will be able to.
Yeah, unless
Unless you have,
everything's
like,
just like
huge machines
robots
and
and automation,
yeah, which is-
it sounds expensive.
Yeah, too
You know what I
expensive,
mean? It's
bro.
just like I can't imagine that's going to be cheaper than.
Just having some two dudes coming in to put your floor down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Well, they have some of the robots now that you can pay for like 20,000 or something.
Are you talking about those Tesla ones? Are you guys gonna get one of those things? Those Tesla robots?
I don't know.
They have like
They look
robot
crazy.
dogs too.
You guys got it.
The fact that it would clean your house is pretty sick.
Dude, could you imagine that?
Or like if you just have like if it does that really well, then you just have a maid forever.
Yeah, for
like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the idea is they
That's
have
pretty true, huh?
You know?
they have these like
Bare
robot
minimum.
dogs that they're like 15 grand or something, and they can carry stuff and they can go upstairs. They can do all this. So the idea is you can use these robot dogs just to assist you, like on job sites or whatever, like carrying different things.
Wow.
But the idea is once you put the AI into the robots, that's when we can have, like a Roomba that actually like cleans your dishes and stuff. And
Yeah.
then you can make it for like the price of a car.
Yeah. I've heard Elon talk about the fact that like however many years, I'm not sure how many years he said, but everyone's just going to have a robot, just like they're going to be more robots than cars. You know what I mean? Like everyone's going to have their own personal robot. It's going to be very normal.
Wow.
They just do things for you at your house or whatever. It's just the way it is.
I would buy one.
Yeah, it'll be like a car payment.
But the new one, when is he coming out with those?
I don't know. There's 3 different models, I think.
Like, yeah, I saw the video thing, or what was it like at that? You guys see that video when he did the cyber taxi thing and like the
Yeah.
robots? But I saw someone said that there was actually people controlling the robots from somewhere else.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was fake.
Like a testing thing?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the fact that they're even close.
Yeah, the concept is there.
In 10 years, if it's legit, you know? Right now, the robot's just running this whole show for us right now.
Yeah, you could literally have a
You know what I
robot
mean?
just
go sit in the
doing-
chair, do this,
produce
this,
the
and
show.
this, produce the show.
That's true. Yeah, do the camera switching and
You know,
stuff.
clean the house. Go
Someone
make.
have to.
If it can cook for you, like legit,
Then you're good, dude. Then that's the best thing ever.
that's like okay. Sign me up. If it can cook and clean, wow.
Because then you'll have your own chef.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I hate having to deal with like food every day. It's like
Yeah.
the worst thing. Even having to cook or go get food or whatever, or whatever. It's just it gets expensive and it's annoying. You know.
So if you can have a robot chef, you'll pay 30 grand.
Yeah, if it was, yeah, that'd be sweet. If it was like good, if it knew how to cook like pretty good dishes, yeah. Would you?
100%.
Yeah,
You got to delegate,
yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if you had a chef, it's going to cost you like 60 to 100 grand a year minimum.
Yeah, that'd be so expensive.
So it's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
worth
that's
it.
true.
It's worth it,
Yeah, that'd be crazy. One day soon.
So what do you guys think though with the AI and music? Because there's a couple ways to look at it. I mean, I think in general, it's probably not a good sign as far as music industry is probably just going to be over, especially as far as big money and how the money was working before. But like with Suno, I have some of the articles pulled up where it's like they've been sued a couple times, and the idea is that they're sued by the major labels for copyright infringement because the idea is they're using the AI, they're training the AI on the major label music, on the copyrighted music. But then it also said they recently announced that they're naming this guy named Jack Brody, who used to be the former head of product at Snapchat, as the chief product officer, and they're getting more. They just launched a new version, and they're also getting more investments. So it raised 125 million from investors, and the new valuation is 500 million.
Wow.
So it's like they're not slowing down. Like they got sued, and because the constitutionality of the copyright idea is that it's not copyright infringement to train something.
Right, as long as it doesn't copy.
It's like if I do a cover, it's like I can, or like if I train you how to sing like Rihanna,
yeah, but you write something new, then that's okay.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're training the AI how to create something that already exists. So the training of the AI isn't copyright infringement, but it's like, so are we going to get to a point where like so many songs are being released on Spotify where like it's going to be impossible to not copyright infringement? Like our old catalog is going to be even more valuable because it's like,
I think so.
Yeah, older music's going to become more valuable for sure. And it's also going to be one of those things where like it just comes down to ownership. Like you have to own your catalog, release a lot of music,
Yeah.
and stay consistent. in your sound and like in your like niche. You know what I mean? So people can keep coming back to it. Otherwise, it's like I don't know.
Those are
It's
dumb.
gonna get really diluted really fast.
Because I just think the Suno thing is interesting because they've been sued. Now they have a legit Snapchat tech guy as the head, and then I go on the website every once in a while. They had a collab with Timbaland,
I saw that.
and then so it's like
They will get bought out probably by like one of these major labels.
Yeah.
And then that major label will take their whole back catalog and then build like an AI off of their whole catalog
And
to
start
generate
dropping thousands of songs.
Yeah, every single day.
a week. Yeah.
And then they own all the master rights to all these songs and like these voices and stuff. So it's like we own all of this and we can pump out 1,000 songs a day that are maybe there's one or two that stick out.
Here's the other angle that I've just
It's all a data game now.
I've just been thinking about recently.
insane.
If you go on Suno, the paid version, anything you create, you own.
What do
Right.
you, like 100%. There's no
You own. But if you do the free version, you can create like 10 songs a day, but Suno owns it.
Ooh.
So think about that. Imagine if you had a Spotify, but you could create your own songs. But if you do the free version, Spotify owns it. So now it's like every day, and the more users they get, they're generating a
More
bigger and
free
bigger
content.
catalog
Yeah.
that they own.
That's going to be the game. Catalogs are like, yeah, that's crazy.
Because then think about it, if there's a free user generated song that's really catchy, they own it and they can just be like, screw it, we'll put 100 grand into this song, make it a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if it becomes a hit, they're like, sorry.
Yeah, they don't have to pay.
They're like,
out
thanks for
anything.
promoting it. It's
Yeah,
ours.
thank you.
Yeah.
So interesting.
It's so crazy. I have this other one where they got sued by a German company. They got sued by a German company as well. This came out like last month.
Wow.
So yeah.
Did you see that thing? There was something the other day that was like, out of all the songs on Spotify that are like, I think there's like maybe 200,000 or 120,000 that are every day uploaded or something. And out of all the songs, only like, I think it was like
Oh, I think I did see that.
more than
I
like
mean,
50% or 60%, like only get like,
100 plays, 1,000
yeah,
plays.
like
Oh,
under
really?
Like, yeah, under like 100 plays throughout the whole year.
Just like nothing.
Yeah.
That's
So
so bizarre.
like 40% of the songs that are out there or whatever are like the actual revenues of the music business.
That's crazy. So many songs just getting released
So many.
with no promotion or no like follow through. Just put it up.
Yeah. How many of those songs
Millions
are,
and millions and millions and millions.
How many you think are robotic right now or like AI right now?
Oh yeah, probably so many, huh?
I wonder if like you know how like with the Bitcoin, there's these miner companies like Riot or Wolf or whatever, and they like mine the Bitcoin and then they get the Bitcoin. I wonder if there's like a way where like you can create a company and you start acquiring like other people's catalogs and then building your AI to do like what the majors are going to do, but in like a smaller format.
Just make thousands of songs.
Yeah, like every day, like we went from making 1,000 songs a day to now we're making 5,000 songs a day that we're putting out.
Right.
From 5,000 songs to 15,000 songs a day.
And figuring out some way to like categorize them,
Yeah.
promote them.
Right?
Yeah. It's gonna be crazy, dude.
Wow.
It's gonna be interesting. I think that like organic music will like live instrumentation will matter more again.
Yeah, it would be more
I
like
think people will really value like a live band, like like going to see it. You know what I mean? And hearing that stuff. So if you're having, I think that will still matter, even though there will be a lot of dilution and like just so many songs. I think people will still value certain artists and projects and songs or whatever of just like, oh, I want to see that live. And I know that like the only way to hear that live is if this human is playing their instrument and singing it versus it just sounds good recorded.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah, I think where's the level where the artists just can't do it anymore, or they have to branch off into a new way of doing business with the economics of it, if that makes sense, because it seems like less and less artists are making a lot of money on the recording side. They're having to like mainly rely on the shows.
For sure. It'll mainly become a live thing for like a lot of like, yeah, if you sing, if you play instruments, it's going to be your revenue is going to be playing live. You know what I mean? If you're like a producer and you just like make electronic songs, your revenue is going to be catalog. That's what I think.
Yep.
I have this article pulled up. I thought it was kind of interesting. So this is Joss Stone and Eurythmics, Dave Stewart. You guys know the Eurythmics. Sweet dreams are made of.
Yep.
Remember those guys?
Yeah.
There's this company called Song Bits, and they're revolutionizing music ownership. So basically, fans can purchase. You can a portion of the streaming rights to. This is just like one specific example of their song "Never Forget My Love." It's a revolutionary Web3 company co-founded by Stewart.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's like the idea is fans can own like a portion of the song.
Like your song becomes a stock.
Yeah.
Each individual song.
It seems like they keep pushing for these kinds of
Excuse me.
businesses, but they haven't like fully taken off yet. Because it seemed like that was kind of a thing that
None of
people
them worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it ever will work, or?
I don't know. It's just like the people will have to make the decision to like all switch over, because it's one of those things where like Spotify and Apple or whatever, it's just so convenient for
Yeah.
people. Like nobody wants to like work to listen to music. People want to just do it casually. Most people. There are a lot of like, people that care enough to like, try to support the artist, but the majority of listeners are just lazy. You know what I mean?
What about the idea of, for example, there's a lot of artists that blow up on TikTok. Imagine blew up on TikTok. You're like, okay, instead of putting this on Spotify or Apple Music, I'm going to put this on Song Bits, Web3. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you potentially would make way more money than if you put it on Spotify.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think more artists will do that, or it's just like so much stuff with the entertainment industry and music industry is just like the status quo? Like people feel like I have to do it this way because everybody else is doing it, and if I venture off, then I'm just taking like a huge gamble.
Yeah, then it's.
But if
way
nobody's
bigger
making
gamble, definitely.
if nobody's making money, if like 80% of the artists out there like can't even make money off of streaming because there's like 200,000 songs uploaded a day.
Yeah, you got to find your niche. You got to
Yeah.
figure out a way to stand out, whether it's a different app or a different way of releasing music or a different community of people, different style of music, whatever. You got to do something.
Then it
Be
also
unique.
comes down to if you're choosing between, do I want this label to own 20% or 50%,
Or 80%.
or do I want some of my fans to own a small percentage?
Yeah.
And then they're automatically invested. Because the other thing with streaming is when people listen to it on Spotify or something, it's not the same as when back in the day when you used to buy CDs or buy iTunes singles. It's like the action of you buying that made you invested as a fan.
Yeah.
Like think about
Right.
any music you physically bought, like even from 20 years ago, something inside your brain is like, you're always a fan, unless they did something to piss you off. But
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
versus if you just listen to it on Spotify, it doesn't mean you're a fan.
Yeah, but if you go buy it and you listen to the album and it's like becomes a thing. Yeah.
You have
sure.
the CD, you're like, well, shit, I spent $10 on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I like them like a little bit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a different kind of feeling.
That's true.
So you're saying there are not as many fans like that anymore in today's day and age?
No, I'm saying if the majority of people are using streaming to consume the music, they're not actually physically buying each individual song. So they're consuming a lot of things that they're not necessarily fans of. They might just be casually listening to.
Yeah.
So the Web3 thing, I think, is more like pushing. It's like a different business. Is the idea is like a fan is buying the song or they're buying equity in the song.
I think that's cool.
They're
Yeah,
like bought in.
Cool. It's probably like obviously like less people to hear it, but the people that hear it maybe become bigger fans, more attached to the music and to the project, so
Yeah.
whatever works. Try different things out. To all new artists.
So how much longer do you guys think we have till the music industry is just completely imploded and we got like 3-4 years? Or
I think it's just going to change. I don't know if it implodes, but it's definitely going to be just like a different business model, But it seems to happen to music every 10 years, 15 years, I don't know. So we'll see. Things are definitely going to switch
I think
up.
it will end whenever Spotify launches like an AI music generative tool. Like whenever like you can go on your Spotify and like type in like what you want to listen to and have it all be new AI songs that you've never heard before.
Oh yeah, that'll hurt.
Yeah. I
That'll
think that's what they
hurt.
want.
That'll hurt. That'll hurt a lot of
Yeah.
musicians. But yeah.
Because Spotify's been collecting all your data for like decades of what you listen to personally. And once they figure out whatever that loophole is to get around, then They will have that. I think that the Spotify guy has talked about like wanting to do that.
Good.
You don't seem sure that's a good thing.
No, it's not so good. I don't think so.
Because you can at least probably like half like at least. Or but I don't know.
I
Some
just
of
feel
those
like you
AI songs are like not the best, but there are sometimes I hear one I'm like,
They're
oh,
getting
this
better.
is so good,
They're getting
dude.
better. They're definitely getting better. You just got to be able to adapt, you know? And at the end of the day, you just got to like enjoy making music because you like making music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what,
You gotta
that's
have
what
fun
comes
with
down
it,
to.
dude.
You got to have fun with it. Obviously, if the well runs dry and no musician can make money, then that becomes a problem. But at the end of the day, you got to figure out a way to adapt, like in anything in life, and continue to make music because you like doing it, you know? But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the business side of it works over the next few years. Maybe it helps. Who fucking knows?
Yeah, maybe it does help.
Who knows? You never know, dude.
You can put out one AI album a year and one like authentic human made album a year.
Yeah, maybe we make a lot more music with the help of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see.
But is it? I'm super torn because in one perspective, it's a volume game because you can make music so much cheaper and quicker. But then on the other hand, there's so much music that gets uploaded that it's less of a volume game because you can't just put out a song every week and expect the songs to rise above the 100,000 songs that get uploaded.
Yeah,
But
you have to find the song that you really like believe in. That like is doing well that you can like really push, right?
Well, or the thing about this though, it's if it's all just the more songs you put out, the more market share you have. If you could put out most songs, you can control almost majority of the market share of the music business. So if you could put out like 100,000 songs a day just as yourself with the help of AI tools right now, you would probably become the biggest label in the world because you would own at least 50% of the market share
If you just
of
do
like
it.
new additive music. Now the odds of you also breaking from one of those songs in that market share is going to be like way higher.
If you have promo.
100,000 every day, you know? 'Cause I think Universal is the biggest distributor right now.
Well,
in like major label releases per week.
it's interesting because I think if you take the typical music industry and you obviously people compare it to like CD sales, so like nobody makes money off streaming anymore, but then the cost of recording music goes down. Like let's say we have an advantage or we've had an advantage over the last few years because we're producers, so we're able to make high quality music cheaper than somebody that has to rely on a whole team of producers, be in the studio for like 3 days in a row where the studio costs
Pay
like
that $5,000.
1,200.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
true.
for us, if maybe it's like a realistic thing, we're like, yeah, we can make a really high quality record for like $5,000 or something. You know what I'm saying? Or $10,000 or something and blah, blah, blah. But if you can generate things with AI, then does the new music business become, like you said, I'm going to release, instead of I release 12 songs this year, I'm going to release 1,000 songs this year, and they don't need to get 1 million plays each. They could get 10,000 plays each. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be weird, but I'm just spitballing here.
What you said right now, so you said earlier that the Suno, if you have the credits, you own it. So maybe you will actually get better songs because there will be like songwriters that could like type out what kind of production
Like
they
train
want.
it specifically based off of
And
how
then
they
just-
would write.
Yeah.
You know?
And then just write over it like, you know, if they own the record and they can put out that record, they don't have to pay for the production or anything. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
gonna get wild.
Really
dude.
interesting.
Because if you think about what you were saying, you combine the data of Spotify, the user data, where they know algorithmically what each user likes to listen to. And then you combine that with the AI creation tools of Suno. Then when you have like your curated playlist that caters to you, but they're all generated by Spotify, then the amount
Dude, it's crazy.
then all of a sudden you know what I'm saying, you could have a new playlist every day that's curated, and it's like simultaneously learning and adapting the creation based off of the algorithmic data.
Yeah.
Whereas Suno, you just have the tools, and then you're just having to click the button 1 million times until if you can make 100 generations, then out of 100 you'll be like, this one's actually pretty sick. but they're not utilizing user data of like what people like. They're just basing it off of songs that already exist.
Right.
So I'm saying if those get combined, aren't we just completely screwed?
Right. Well, yeah, who knows? Soon it could be releasing songs, quietly and figuring out what's getting traction organically right now.
Yeah, they probably are. Dude.
You know what I mean? And then using those songs to retrain and using the ones that the ones that get the most attention, retrain those, forget the ones that no one likes.
Yeah,
Keep getting better. It's probably happening.
100%.
You know what I mean? On a small
That is
scale.
really weird to think about.
Yeah. There's no big artist yet. There's no like Drake that's an AI person yet, right? Or like there's no Weeknd releasing an AI album, right?
No.
Yet. So like it's in a weird place because you can't think of one artist that's like doing this yet, right?
Yeah.
Definitely there's some sort of market share going towards it, but they're like really small or it's just like 1,000 songs spread out so thinly that you don't even know who they are, right? But it's like it'll be interesting to figure out who the first big artist is that integrates it in a big way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's my
That'll
thought
be
process
interesting.
too. There's a lot of hype right now about, I think it's pronounced Anima. He's at the Sphere. He's been selling out all these shows. The visuals are insane. And I think from what I see, the show looks amazing. I actually really like his music too. There's videos of him performing, and let's be real, he's pretty much just standing up there. And the big allure of the show is the music and the visuals. That's like 99% of the show. There's nothing that he's doing on stage that's like, wow, I love his energy. I love how he's interacting with the crowd. That's why I'm there. Could there be an Anima style or experience that's not a person? Would people go and watch that? Would people go watch Anima?
That'll happen.
So is that the next generation that we kind of think is ridiculous, but we're like one step away from that?
That'll definitely happen for electronic music.
Yeah.
For sure. I think that like if you're just like a curator and you're able to curate this amazing music or produce amazing music and you can figure out this really cool live show visually, like you said, they don't really care if somebody's standing there. Like they probably right now they do, it's like whatever, but eventually it's gonna be to the point where like it's just if it's a cool show visually and like the sound system's great and then I know what music I'm gonna be hearing, you don't really care at a certain point. Probably in a few years, 5.
I don't think I
10
would
years.
care right now. Like,
If it was Anima or whatever, if you went to the Sphere and you just wanted to go see
Yeah, I wouldn't
the
care.
visuals and listen to the music, no, you wouldn't care.
yeah.
You know what I mean? In that sort of sense.
Yeah.
The Grateful Dead at the Sphere, you want to see them play. But the electronic music, it's like, it doesn't really matter in that sense, in that sort of setting where it's like so beyond just a person standing up there. It's like it's way larger than that, you know? We'll see.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, couldn't potentially say 5, 6, 7 years, there could be a fully major label owned artist that's just AI artist. They don't even exist. The labels can cut out.
Yes.
Like screw having to pay my 20% to this physical person artist that's gonna bitch at me, gonna try to cancel me every 5 years. They're gonna audit me.
Yeah, but it comes down to the label being able to be creative, which is never their strong suit. You know what I mean? So it's like it comes down to somebody being creative, coming up with all of this stuff, and then the label buying them out. You know what I mean?
But that's but the creative is the AI doing it.
If the AI can get to that
if they can figure out a way to like,
Yeah.
if they can figure out a way to hone it, I still think it's going to take a creative person to like hone it, make sure it all makes sense together, curate it.
So then the battle becomes between, which I think we've been in the last, 4 to 6 years. It's like the creatives battling the label heads. I mean, we've seen it the last couple of years, all the layoffs, there's a restructuring that's happening.
Yeah.
These normal label deals aren't happening as often or as in the open where it's like, I own you now. There's like more deals, different styles of deals that can happen.
Yeah, more hidden.
So is that the battle that's happening, and we need to see who's going to come out? Because like you said, there's definitely creative people like a Kanye. There's definitely visionary artists that could make that happen, and using the creative tools can create a next level experience and own all of it, or at least own a majority of it.
Yeah. I don't know. And I also think that people are kind of catching on to things like through TikTok and whatever else that fans don't necessarily love the idea of like, the major labels owning everything, and they want to give more power to
Yeah.
people and artists that are independent or whatever else. So hopefully things like that benefit, musicians as well, as opposed to just the monster major labels just buying and owning every single thing. I think that people not like listening to it and not getting into it, not promoting it, will become a thing too. You know, people care. They try to, at least, unlike things like TikTok and whatever else.
You guys think TikTok should be banned?
Yeah, get rid of it.
Why? Why do you want to get rid of it?
I don't know. I don't like it.
What do you least like about it?
There's a lot of like cringy stuff I see, and just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I
very,
like Instagram. I come from the MySpace days, so I'm like generations ago.
But when
I like having my little music on there, and then just looking at pictures, and then that's it.
doesn't that make you like a boomer though?
Yeah, dude, boomer. I think that does, isn't it? Or no, I'm a millennial, huh?
Right, I think
We're all
so.
millennials. Yeah,
it's definitely like there's a lot of good information on it, but the whole the attention span thing's not good. I don't think. I think that there's benefits to it as far as like being able to see a lot of stuff that you wouldn't normally see, or information that you wouldn't normally get. But it does feel bad when it comes to attention spans.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's my biggest concern too. When I see people using it in front of me, I don't use TikTok at all. Maybe just for posting, or if we need to look up. If you guys send me something that's funny, I'll just watch that one. I watch that one. Why is that so funny?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about us
The
on
funny
TikTok.
things.
Dude.
Yeah, you got some funny TikToks you can send me. But I don't use it myself. But when I watch other people using it, and it's like they're really only watching 1 out of every 7 to 10 videos.
Yeah.
And when you watch them and you hear the audio and it cuts off like after a split second, like
dude.
they gave it a split
So
second.
annoying.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm
My
talking
girlfriend
about.
does that.
But in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, this has got to be horrible for your brain and your attention span. There's like no way
Just
this is
flying
good.
through.
I don't know. I mainly use YouTube. So when it's like the roulette wheel
More effort.
Yeah.
or the, what's the slot
The slot
machine.
machines.
You pull it down and then you're like, okay, what 10-minute video do I want to watch?
I don't know the slot machine thing.
No, I'm saying like when you're on YouTube and you pull down on it and then it like reloads
yeah.
your algorithm or whatever.
Right.
And it's like you get the dopamine rush, but then it's like, okay, what long form piece of content am I gonna watch?
There you go.
You're not like, I'm watching something for a second. I'm watching something for a second. I'll watch this one for 7 seconds. It's
Yeah,
like,
I'm bored. Next one.
it's like, oh my God.
It sounds so
Yeah.
bad for you.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I don't think it's going anywhere though.
You don't think he's gonna ban it?
I think that was just a little show.
Doesn't he? Doesn't he have an order on it still though for 75 days?
Yeah, somebody will buy it before then.
You think they will sell it?
I think somebody will buy, or like they'll do a partnership.
Wow.
So I think. You think it's gonna disappear?
I think they will. Well, I don't think you can. Now I might be wrong, but I don't think it's already right now is gone from
You
the
can't
app
download
stores.
it right now. I don't think.
Yeah, it's gone because the Supreme Court ruling is still upheld, even though whatever Trump said. But I think if ByteDance wanted to sell it, they would have sold it before the election or before like the end of last year. The fact that they're not really budging makes me think that they're not going to sell it.
You think it's just gonna disappear?
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
When?
It was 75 days from when did he sign that order? On the 20th? 21st?
Yeah, he just extended it.
Yeah. So that's gonna be it.
So 30 day, yeah, March 15th.
You heard it here first.
Gone.
We got 60 days left.
Yep.
Oh wait, March what?
15th.
Oh my God, we got 45 days left.
I think that's it. I'm probably off by a couple of days, but
Buckle up.
And if he doesn't, because then you got to get into Meta and you got to get into Google.
You gotta get in there quick.
Yeah.
Quick.
It's crazy that these platforms have such power and influence over our lives that when it was banned for 12 hours, everyone was freaking the F out.
That's
Some people have businesses. I think that's people.
Yeah,
People
that's
that run
why-
their businesses were freaking out.
But like, yeah, I do feel
Understandably.
bad for that because then that would suck. But
It's like if Spotify goes away tomorrow, everything we've built on like whatever, it's like damn, that sucks. It's annoying. But like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You got to be able to like diversify.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
have to.
You have to
That's just-
diversify and get it on all platforms and make sure that if one goes away, it doesn't
You can
affect your
sustain.
whole business.
Because like if TikTok was banned in 75 days. A big portion of the music industry and how you market yourself on the music industry would change overnight. Like people would have to like readjust their budgets or like how much are we spending on
I think
TikTok?
it would be beneficial towards a lot.
It would
of
definitely be
artists.
good to music. If TikTok goes away, that'll help the music industry, I think, as far as
Same.
like the last couple of years have been crazy when it comes to zero artist development and just one-hit wonders. And
You're taking the Zed approach.
what do you mean? Like the album
he is
situation?
taking that approach.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, Zed did a Lewis Howe, is that his name? Lewis Howe podcast, and he was just talking about how the algorithms, he wasn't necessarily talking about TikTok specifically, but the algorithms in general, it's not good for the music industry because essentially you have really talented artists and musicians where they're spending like half of their day making TikToks or they're chasing what the algorithm is pushing instead of being like inspired to make really high art, you know?
Yeah, makes sense.
Here,
And labels are just signing everything and seeing what sticks. They're not like they used to. Like you sign an artist, and A&R really believes in that artist. They work together on building the best album ever with the right team of producers and artists and visual people, whatever, as opposed to just like, oh, sign everybody and hopefully they know what they're doing and let's see what sticks, which is happening. You know what I mean? So it's like, it would be good for the music industry if it went away, for sure, I think.
Wow.
So coin toss 50-50.
Yeah.
So here, pull your mic down a little bit so I want to see your face.
Hey, guys.
There you go. Wow, look at him.
Hey guys,
He looks so good.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it's like such a weird thing. It's like, do you feel old when you're just like, I just want it all to go back to how it used to be so we could do music how real people make it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, you sound
With
like an old geezer
instruments.
for sure. Yeah.
TikTok, hate that stuff.
Yeah, man. That's not a real rock band.
No, it sounds silly for sure. But I mean, if it wasn't, in conversation for leaving, then we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah,
But
good point.
it might go away. So if that's the case, you got to figure something out a lot of musicians got to figure out. Luckily, we haven't put too many eggs in that basket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
very
it wouldn't change much for us.
I'm like horrible at chasing the trends because it's on one hand something like TikTok.
chasing the trends.
No, I am. I'm always late. Like Pokemon cards, I was late in like second grade.
Oh, wow.
I was like way behind.
Wow.
I was early.
You're an early adopter.
Yeah.
Well, you've been hodling butthole coin for like
For 10 years now, just waiting. It's been going down 90%.
it's gonna bounce back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But it's like the whole music industry thing. It's like, oh, you have to get on TikTok now. Oh, TikTok's the best discovery tool. Blah blah. And then people blow up on TikTok and they have one hit and then they kind of go away. And you're like, well, hey, you just told me that this is how I should become like a big artist, and it's not
Everyone
really
that's doing it is not becoming a big artist. So what happens? You know what I mean?
right.
You start to not really want to do that. If you're like a new artist, you're like, okay, maybe I shouldn't sign the deal with a major label if like everyone that does it kind of disappears.
A lot of them disappear,
Not all of them,
but a lot of them.
not all, but a lot. I would probably say 80% or more, maybe
Yeah.
90. You know?
I can only count like a handful of people who's like I can still think of, from the
That
last
have
5
stuck
years.
through. Jake probably.
Yeah, Jake's one of them.
Who else?
Discretion.
And then it comes down
The
to
list
like
is small.
there's like the music
Like who really? Who else
Can't
is
think.
it, dude?
there's like the music side of it, but then it's like, I really like Connor Price, for example.
Yeah, he's
And
killing it.
It's like, the next wave of big musicians, they have to be good at content creation. They have to be like a good social media influencer too.
Great video people too. Yeah, it's like that's
Good editors.
his whole thing is like great piece of video to go with his rap.
Because like Connor Price was an actor. Like he legitimately was an actor.
Oh,
Before
really?
he got into music. Yeah.
Makes sense. He understands the visual game as well as musical. Yeah, maybe you have to have both nowadays.
You got to be a jack of all trades nowadays.
Yeah. Run a business, make music, do visuals, do social media. It kind of sucks the fun out of doing music a little bit, but
Yeah. You can't be
You got,
like
50 things going on you got to worry about.
yeah. But hey, beggars can't be choosers, right?
It's like when we first started, or I was in bands in high school and all this stuff. and there would be the one kid in high school just shredded on guitar, and you're like, wow, that guy's just, he's honing his craft. He's gonna go somewhere. He's going somewhere. And then they never would, because they couldn't balance like the songwriting or the branding or like getting like the popularity, using, MySpace started taking off, and they were never the best guitarists. They were never the ones that ended up being in a successful band.
None of them. Same thing. All the people in my high school, all the greatest musicians, never did anything with music because of that exact point. Yeah, it's crazy.
And a lot of times the people that are, oh wow, you rip it at piano, like you're this, they were always horrible songwriters. I don't know why. I don't know how that works. If you're like too good at your instrument, you can't be like creative in writing or something.
Yeah, you gotta be able to like take a step back and be like, okay, what's the purpose of me playing piano? Okay, am I trying to like write songs, or am I just trying to like get really good with my fingers?
Just ripping.
You know what I mean? It's like, you want to like make music, you got to practice that too.
Yeah.
So
do you guys want to pivot a little bit? Because I thought it was, it's our first solo pod, and our management keeps bringing up to like, you guys have been a group for 10 years. This is like your 10-year anniversary. And I'm like, God, I feel weird when they bring that up. So I'm like, I don't even want to think about that. I feel like we've been doing this.
You don't want to think about it? That's funny.
It was like, you're just, when you get older and you just think like, man, or even on the other side of like, damn, time moves too fast.
It moves fast, dude. Especially since COVID. I don't know why, but the second half of our, since we started, went way faster than the first half for me, for some reason.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Like flew by.
I think we were a little bit busier. Obviously, like when you first start, you have more time. You're not playing as many shows. You're not doing as much like social media or like press or whatever. And then
I felt like we were crazy busy sometimes though. Back like
that's how I felt too, bro.
2018, whatever.
Like 4 or 5 days a week.
Like
doing
never
shit.
home. But I feel like we have more time home now. But like it still flies by faster.
I think that's why you think that, or why we think it flies by faster, because we do have a little bit more time. So you can reflect a little bit more. You could sit back and be like, oh, that was fun. Instead of being like,
just go,
forgetting
go.
about it. Yeah,
that's true. It's interesting.
But I feel the same way, dude.
It's fine. You gotta suck up every moment. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. Wow. Yeah. It's been 10 years though. How crazy is that?
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
We're 30 years old now.
Did you think like when we first started that, I don't know, just all the ups and downs, and do you think it would be what it was? Or also just on the DJ side, because obviously you started music doing acoustic project where you're like, oh, we're going to be like DJ, we're going to be in our 30s and like DJing and doing.
No, it's just, you never would have, I mean, who would have guessed, right? It's like most groups in general don't last 10 years, or bands or whatever, really. It's like,
it's rare.
Most of them break up, you know what I mean? Or just stop doing music, or a couple of them just get tired of touring or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Or stop, I don't know, they want to do something else, or they have kids or whatever. So I know it's pretty crazy that we're just still rocking and no end in sight. You know what I mean? Lots of new music planned and whatever. I think we're just kind of getting more locked in with our regular lives, but it's a good thing. Like Matt's about to get married,
Yeah.
Crazy. 10 years ago, I would have never. At some point you got to guess, but it's like, I don't know. Now it's here. It's like, okay, whoa.
Yeah.
That's wild. I remember
Now we're here.
We all shared rooms together, like roommates, like barely could pay rent, and working at all these weird jobs, and then, all these time flies and all these crazy experiences. And now we're living in houses that we've got and getting married and whatever else. It's like, whoa. Life happens fast.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm about to get married, guys. I'm pretty excited. Next month, I got a month, and then I'll be married. I'm actually like more excited because I think the stability of it is good, and I'm sure a lot of people think about this, but when you're actually living it, if you're a musician and you're single, it's a lot of chaos. Chaos. It can definitely be fun. I'm not going to act like it's not fun at all, but you're just like rolling the dice every time you step out. Every time you're like, oh, let's take a chance and let's date this person, or let's go on this date. You're just taking a big gamble, and it's just like not worth it. And then when you're traveling all the time, it's nice to come home to like some stability, It's like,
hell yeah.
Then it's back and forth, And you got to find. I don't know. I'm curious how you guys have girlfriends. Do you think there's a specific personality type of a girlfriend to be able to handle like the musician life. Because for me,
Yeah.
I think that was the difference is like you find somebody who's really laid back and understanding and chill about the whole process. And then you're like, oh, okay, this works. Versus when I was younger, in my mind, I was like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to figure this out because my life's always going to be chaotic, or I'm always going to be traveling, or I'm always going to be wanting to do this. Like I might just be single forever. I don't know.
Right.
But if you find the right person, then it changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely helps. You need someone that understands it because it can get pretty weird for sure as far as like traveling and being gone for weeks at a time, or, you know, not having your phone because you're doing a video all day or whatever it is, you know? So yeah, it's definitely weird, but it takes a real one.
Yeah. Takes a special one.
Yeah, definitely. But what else about the 10 years should we reflect on? What's the craziest, what's your favorite places that we've been to?
Favorite places.
We've been to a lot of places, a lot of countries.
I liked Spain.
Barcelona.
Barcelona, Ibiza.
Oh yeah, Ibiza.
Um,
Everything with the lisp over there.
Brazil was. Remember that one time we were in Brazil? We went out. Was
I was just telling John about that. Our manager, me and Kevi, one time in Brazil. I don't know what. We had a great time after the show. We went to the lobby. We were hanging out with the bartender from the lobby, from the bar that, you know, whatever. They loved us, and we were just broing down, and they gave us a bunch of free drinks, and the drinks were way too strong. Brazilian rum, caipirinhas, bunch of lime and sugar. You can't taste the alcohol. And then Kevi and I went out in Sao Paulo, Brazil, which we should not have done by ourselves, and went to some clubs. At one point, I found myself on the stage at the club. I don't know how. I don't know why I was there, but I thought, oh yeah, I'm going back there. Definitely. So I'm on stage at this random, I don't know. It was weird, dude. And we made it home back. We made it back home safe though. But that was one of the worst hangovers I've ever had.
Oh yeah, it was gnarly.
One like scary hangover. Like terrifying. But so I wouldn't say Brazil was my favorite trip. It was an experience for sure.
Which one is your favorite?
My favorite, man, I really love Scotland just because like the views were cool, and like hanging out with the Scottish kids in like the college was really cool back in the day. That was really fun. I love Amsterdam.
Yeah, Amsterdam.
Amsterdam's amazing. What else? What's your favorite, Matt?
Man, you know what? I think I like Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai.
That
or
was
even
crazy.
like Tokyo. I like being able to see these other cities and how they organize, and then you come back and be like, our cities don't have to be like this. Our cities could be organized a little bit better, you know?
Yeah.
Like Tokyo has no homeless people.
So
Dubai has
clean.
like no homeless people.
Japan was sick. That was a recent one. Very, very cool. Love it there. Hope we go back soon.
Yeah. What about like 2024? Because, you know, it's 2025 now, going into a new year. What
Good
are your-
memories?
Yeah, what are some of your guys' highlights 2024?
My highlight's probably waking up, pissing my pants in Thailand with everyone around me when I fell down and cracked my head or whatever.
God. I forgot about
You
that.
gotta tell that story because I kind of forgot about
That
it
was
too.
terrifying, dude.
I remember.
Well, you might
like-
not be able to remember the story.
Yeah, I don't really remember. I could tell you up until like what I do remember is I remember like I was eating something and everyone's sitting down. We're sitting at this table. Our tour manager Andy's over here to the left, and I was sitting there for a little bit. I'm like kind of not feeling good, and I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna throw up. So I was kind of holding it, hoping that I wouldn't throw up. Like, I don't have to throw up. I can like let it pass. And then it started getting worse. So I stood up and go to walk up to Andy, and I'm like, Andy, I don't feel good. And then I woke up, and Trevor's like, "You're okay, bro. You're okay." I rolled my chest, and I'm like, "Oh, piss all over my pants." I'm like, "Oh no!"
Kevi, you're what, 6 what?
Like 6'5".
6'5". So Kevi stands up, and we see Kevi just fall, just like tank to the ground. And as he goes down, he hits his head on like a metal bar, like next to the wall. And he just goes down, and he's like out cold. And we're like, what? So we all, get around him, and he does start peeing his pants. But, that's all right. That's life. But it was terrifying. Then you eventually woke up. We got the paramedics there. You You got an ambulance, did you
Yeah.
not? You got an ambulance in Thailand, went to the hospital.
That was wild.
That was insane. Did you stay? No, you ended up flying the next day with us, right?
I think so.
You didn't like wait another
No,
day.
yeah, I flew the next day.
Dude, crazy.
I just remember, dude. I remember being in the little ambulance. And it's like a little van or whatever, like rickety. And I'm sitting there and I'm telling Andy, I was like, tell him I'm having I think I'm having anaphylactic shock, or I'm allergic to something. And they're like, no. And Andy's like, they bring me into the hospital room and they're like, we have to keep you overnight. And I look at Andy and I'm not staying over here overnight, dude. You gotta get me back to the hotel tonight. I don't give a fuck what they gotta do. Like, just
Get me out of here. Like, I'm not staying here overnight.
Dude.
Please. You're like, they don't know what I'm saying to them. Like, this is a nightmare. Oh my gosh.
That was definitely my 2024.
Scary moment.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was terrifying, dude.
that was bad.
You gotta be extra careful when we're overseas just because, like,
Yeah, that happened when we were in Thailand, by the way. So I'm sitting there, we're in the green room after the show. I'm on the other side of the room. There's like a table in between us. And then Kevi was eating food or something. And then all of a sudden he goes, I don't feel very well. And then he just starts slumping like to the side. And then he hits his head on the door frame and he kind of goes behind the table. And I'm like scared to look at what's happening because Trevor goes up to the side and I'm like,
you don't want to see.
I'm like, is he bleeding? Is he okay? Like, I like waited till Trevor gave me the clear to even like go over there and look.
I went into doctor mode.
Yeah.
All right, let's figure this out. Because because Andy was freaking out too, our tour manager, the one guy who's not supposed to freak out. He's looking around like, what do we do? Like, what the hell? His eyes are bugging. He's like worried. I'm like, oh God, somebody's got to keep their calm here. So I'm trying to hold it down, even though inside my head I'm like, this is not good. This is scary.
Because the way that you fell, you kind of just like leaned over slowly, but when you hit your head on the door frame, you dropped. It was loud. You dropped pretty quick.
Yeah.
So I'm in my mind like you potentially could have died. Like from where I was standing, like you could have died. Like you could have cut your head
Just
so
bam.
deep. I don't know how deep like you messed up your head, you know? So I was just like, just tell me he's alive before I go over there and like look. Like what the hell? I didn't want there to be just gushing blood on the carpet or something.
You're reminded me to a dark place.
Yeah, no, for real.
Jesus Christ.
It was
Wild
bad.
time, dude.
Yeah. Well, that was a hell of a story. Yeah. 2000. Dude, I can't even think of a crazier moment.
I had
actually,
to.
this year.
Andy, our tour manager, was like, "Okay, you need to call Kevi's girlfriend." So I called your girlfriend, and she was sleeping, and I could tell in her voice, she was like, "Oh my God, what happened? What's going on?" And I was like, "He's in the ambulance." I didn't have that much information, but I felt like a dick, like I'm waking this person up, like scaring the shit out of him.
And you're like, I have no information to give you besides he's in the ambulance.
She appreciates that,
Yeah.
though, at least.
Jeez, yeah. What was your highlight, Matt?
Well, I'm just saying, hey, we're glad nothing happened, Kev, because I was like really, my mind was literally running to like, oh my God, what if like he doesn't make it and like,
Oh my God. That's
no,
heavy.
I swear, dude, I swear. That's why I wanted to tell you. Like
People hit
now,
their heads all the time. You know, you just got to be proactive. And
my mind literally went there. I was like, what if we have to be like a 2-piece from now on?
oh my God. Within 10 seconds.
Oh no, he's got her, dude.
That's it. He's out of here. Just in 2 seconds.
I'm dead.
Oof.
I
Jeez,
am
dude.
here right now. I'm still
Yeah, I'm
kicking.
happy you're okay.
Yeah.
We got those are like the moments, you know, you don't want to take things for granted, and you got to be grateful for your health and grateful that nothing happens when we do these
Yeah.
tours. And
in
you
the
know,
moment before that, we're all just hanging out, having drinks, kicking it, smiling. Just finished the show, great show. It's like, geez, scary.
So
stuff.
what do you think happened? Why did you fall?
Yeah, I think I was having an allergic reaction to the bean sprouts.
It's like a pad thai thing.
Yeah, or some kind of sprout that was in there. Something that was in there was causing me to certain vegetables I eat. I get allergic to. Like my throat swells up. You know.
Have you done a like one of those?
Allergy tests?
Yeah.
No,
You should.
I know I
'Cause
should.
I've been with you 3 times when you passed out.
I know.
Just random times.
Crazy, bro. Oh,
Random
remember
times.
that one time at the Where was
the
it?
concert
Yes, the Hollywood Bowl.
with the Ready Set.
Yes, yes.
Near Disneyland, and they had to come out and
Yes.
get a waiver or whatever. You remember that?
Yes.
That was years ago. That was like 8 years ago, though, wasn't it?
That was a long time ago, yeah.
Long time ago. So they've been very spaced out. But maybe there's something you're eating.
Yeah, it's always food, bro.
You know what I mean?
I don't know what it is. My body's got weird allergies. I should do one of those tests.
Yeah, because you don't want to eat the wrong thing in the wrong environment.
No.
Like Thailand.
No, but now like what am I? I'm a dummy for like eating in Thailand. Like
No, now
the
we're all, like-
vegetables and everything. Like now, whenever I go, I'm like I just try to eat like my burger
Things
or
you
like
know.
a chicken or a steak. That's it.
Just
No.
chicken fingers
Yeah.
in the hotel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not going for like, oh, that seems. I've never tried that. Let me try that.
Yeah, keep it simple. That makes sense. Yeah, it is. I like to keep it simple too when we travel. Cause
Now we're all just like monitoring what Kevi eats when we tour now.
what is that? What are the ingredients?
He's allergic.
Yeah, don't let him eat it.
Yeah, dude, crazy. But I appreciate you boys looking out.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, glad you're okay. I had some. We did a lot in 2024, actually. You know, when you kind of look back, but obviously we did. It's kind of wild because we did 2 shows at the Forum, which is pretty sick.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
We played at the Forum before when we did Jingle Ball back in the day, but this is cool because we did a set with 2 friends, so we did a whole. I think it was like an hour set or something like that. So that was cool. We get to do like a full set, and then we did a pop-up performance with Train.
That is really cool, actually.
That
Yeah.
was cool. Train's epic. The fact that we got to do a song with them was really cool. They're legends. Everyone loves Drops of Jupiter. You can't hate on that song.
Yeah, so good.
Arguably one of the best, you know, like rock and roll, like classic songs, dude. So good.
So sick.
Pat, what a legend.
Yeah, it's inspiring when you see those rock bands and they're a little bit older, but they're still like killing it and they're doing these big stadiums and they're all gonna run this. We did like a acoustic performance before the show, and then afterwards like, oh, we got to run the stairs. We run the stairs every show. You guys want to come with us? We're like, nah, we're good.
Yeah, we're tired, and they're like, went in their 50s, and they're just running up the stairs like bosses. Like, damn, we got to, you know,
Like real pros.
I don't know
It's
what we're
great.
doing. We got to figure it out. Trying to last long.
Motivating.
Got to step it up, boys.
Yeah, these guys are savages.
Step it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say about the Forum too. That was a good time, and we had a bunch of friends and family come out, and yeah, memorable shows.
Such a legendary venue. You're like, the Lakers played here.
Yeah, it's the old Lakers home, back with Wilt Chamberlain days.
Yeah,
Magic Johnson.
yeah.
And I think Kobe played in there too before they moved to the Staples back in the day. Day.
Like he was super young or something.
Yeah. Interesting though.
Wow.
Well, yeah, we did. We also went to Florence, which was like random as hell.
For a wedding, first wedding show ever. That was cool. Played next to like a, what? How old were those ruins? Like thousands and thousands of
Yeah,
years old.
that
right?
was really cool.
That was cool.
Leona Lewis was there.
Yeah, Leona Lewis played too.
So sick.
That was awesome.
That was a great time.
Yeah. That
You
was
know,
badass.
when love is in the air, it's nice to play a wedding. You know, people are excited.
Yeah.
It's more intimate. I think I learned to like the intimate shows more. I think in the beginning of our career, they like, freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah,
Did they
felt
do the
funny.
same to you?
Yeah,
Because
for
you can
sure.
see more of the people's eyes.
Yeah, it's weird. They're just like right there in front of you. You could just like talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's kind of fun, you know. If you
Yeah.
embrace it.
It's kind of funny.
Certain things. If it's like you can just kind of get down and you know, the crowd can be your little family for the night. You know, everyone bros down, so it could be fun.
Kevi actually didn't want to leave.
I didn't want to go.
Just stay
I wanted to stay.
in Italy.
That place is beautiful.
It is.
Very
Really
beautiful
is.
place.
The Asia trip was really cool too. Besides Kevi's mishap, everything was great.
Yeah.
Thailand. Where else did we go?
Tokyo, Disneyland,
Tokyo.
and Japan was really fun. That was like
Disneyland and Tokyo.
different experience than the Disneyland
I
I've been
loved
to
it.
in Cali.
It was really hot,
Yeah, it was a little hot,
but it was really fun though. It would be cool to have more time there. It was big, huh?
yeah. And we only went. Wasn't there? Which one did we go to? Wasn't there like 2 Disneylands? And he went to like one
Well,
of
I
them.
think you're right. I think
Like
there
the
is something
Odyssey
like that.
Land or like the Waterland or whatever it was.
Yeah, there
right?
is 2 sorts of
It's like
things.
2 parks.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty
But-
cool. I would go back to Tokyo. I didn't know I was gonna like it as much as I did, but I really liked it.
So second time. What do you mean?
I know, but I think the first time I had fun, but not as much as fun as the second time. So now
You're,
I'm
like, worried
Now
or
I'm
what?
sold. Now I'm sold. Like, okay, I want to go back.
It's like so we don't usually play clubs that stay open that late. Like normally it's like everywhere we play, it's 2 a.m. cutoff. You know, so when we played Tokyo, we played and then we hung out with all the people in the club for like 2 more hours. And by the time we left the club, it was daylight out.
Yeah.
It was pretty sick.
Yeah, we don't do that very often anymore, so it's cool to do that.
I guess when you have like the jet lag, the time difference, you're like,
Feels like
yeah, screw it. I'll
1
stay
a.m.
up
or
all
something.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It helps. Jet lag is a pain in the ass, dude.
I hate jet lag.
The fans in Asia and Japan, they're just like different level. Like they love dance music. They're excited. You know, when they get American artists too, I think they're just
Yeah.
they're
Really passionate.
they're appreciative.
Yeah, it's fun. I think it looks like we're gonna have some more European shows coming up, so that'll be cool. Hopefully, we get some more Asian ones too.
Yeah.
Excited to go overseas again.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, something I think is interesting. You know, it's cool that we're a group because we can kind of lean on each other and also, you know, check in with each other and see how we're at. But there's definitely been points in us being a group where you were just completely over touring.
yeah, for sure.
Is that just like a frequency thing? Because it seems like, you know, you have a little bit of time off and you're like itching to get back on the road.
ready to go
Is
back.
that kind of the vibe?
I think COVID really helped reset it though.
Yeah.
I remember at a certain point in 2019, it was like, dude, this is terrible. We're like always gone. It's just like never home. But now I don't know. I like it. I like it now. It's good. Good balance. I think it's about balance.
Yeah.
Balance is everything. We didn't have a balance before. It was like very lopsided and like unenjoyable to the point where like you couldn't have any like, I don't know, normalcy, you know?
so just like frequency of like the shows or
I
whatever.
think it's frequency. You know, I value time at home. I value family time, being alone, whatever. You know,
You're a
what I mean?
landman now.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, exactly. Out in the forest, I like being in nature. You can't just be in airports and hotels every single day. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel. How do you guys feel about it? Do you like the frequency? Do you always want to be gone?
No, not always.
I
But-
think that there was a time where you would just, when I was like not feeling it, you were like, I just never want to be home. I just want to constantly go. It was like,
I like traveling, you know.
I like.
yeah. I feel like you were in the middle. I think there were some points where you got
There's
over
some
it
points
too.
where I was like, I could do like a week, one like a weekend going away. But back in like 2019, we would be gone on like, sometimes we'd leave on like a Wednesday, and then we'd get back on like Sunday night, and then we're leaving like that following like
2 days
Wednesday
later
or
or something like
Thursday
that.
again,
Yeah.
and then it's like, but then you don't come back till Tuesday, and then you got one day off again.
Yeah, it's brutal.
But if it's like,
Some people love it though. Some people are just programmed for it. You know what I mean? I don't know. And I've also been touring for a long time too. I started touring when I was 16.
yeah, dude, that means you've been doing this for a while.
It's a long
So
time.
you've
It
been on
wasn't
the
like
road.
this like nukes, like, oh my God, it's my first time playing shows. It was like, at that point, it had already been, 10 years.
Yeah.
So it was like, it's just tiring. But
Is there ever like a point in your mind where you're like, all right, once I'm like this age, I just like barely ever want to tour? Or is it just like, if the balance is right, I'll just do it forever? As long as
Yeah.
I enjoy it, like,
I think it's balance. Yeah, I can do it forever. I mean, I always want to travel. If you stop traveling, that's a bummer.
Because then that seems like, imagine COVID when you didn't travel at all, and it was just
Yeah.
like, it kind of got boring after a couple
No,
months.
traveling's great. It's just
Yeah.
about frequency. You know what I mean?
What's your ideal frequency?
I don't know. I love the way we have it now. I have no complaints.
Every other weekend?
Yeah, every weekend, every other weekend, whatever
Yeah.
it is. I love it. Doesn't bother me. You guys want more or less?
No, I like the two, 8 shows a month, like 1 to 2 shows a week.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Because then it's like you can either fly out, it's easy, you fly back home the next day, or
Yeah.
you fly, it's like another quick little flight, and then you fly home.
Yeah, no big deal. I love it.
I think especially if, we can keep doing things like this, like the podcast, so we can interact with our fans
Yes.
in new ways with the internet and with AI and technology, then you can make the shows a little bit less sparse, but then they're more of a moment. They're more important.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. What would you do? You like the frequency of the shows?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good now. Good balance.
I mean, I'm down to do it every weekend.
Yeah, I could do every weekend.
I could do
Yeah.
it every weekend.
whatever.
I think the max I could, I mean, I think more than like 15 shows a month, that gets kind of,
Yeah, a little tiring.
unless you're like on a bus tour maybe.
I could do like every weekend and then like a couple bus tours a year.
couple bus tours a year.
Yeah.
Well, it just
you're
depends,
saying-
By the way, just to clarify, when I say tiring, I'm not meaning that the shows are tiring. I love the shows. I'm not sitting there like, it's so hard to DJ. I'm saying the
travel,
traveling is exhausting.
time away from family.
It's just the traveling. It's like the waking up super, super early, the flights, then to the next city, to the next city, to the hotel. It's just like, that part's tiring. So, yeah. Just to clarify. People are like, what the hell is he talking about?
So lucky.
Yeah. What a privileged little shit. Yeah. No.
But like I could do like every weekend and then like one American bus tour, and then if we need to do, I don't know, like a week or two run in other countries that's like our own shows, then I could do it.
So yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds like a
I
good
love that.
setup.
I
That
love
sounds like a
that.
great setup.
Yeah, I love that. Let's get back to that.
I like that.
Yeah, it would be cool to do another tour next year. Yeah. Let's set it up.
There's something about the bus tours. They have their pros and cons, but it's like being able to bring a consistent show like every night. Like there's something about when you do multiple shows in a row, you can like really tighten it up, really lock in the vibe, and then put on a really good show and be in sync with your crew. Because a lot of times for us, it's like if you're doing weekends, you might have a slightly different crew every week, you know?
Yeah. And being on a bus is fun.
Yeah.
It's a blast. Hanging out with all your friends. Just after the show, you just go to the bus and go to sleep whenever you
Oh,
want.
that's
Wake
the
up and you're in the next city. It's like probably the best way to do it. It really, I mean, when it comes to like what I was saying, like, oh, it's so tiring flying. When you're in the bus, it's not tiring, I feel like.
Yeah, it's so much easier.
You know what I mean? Wake up when you want to, sleep when you want to. Pretty freaking awesome.
I like being able to sell merch, and it's not about the selling something. It's just about you're interacting with the fans after the show.
They have a keepsake to remember it. They bring it next time they come see you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they were at the show last year, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Because it's kind of weird to do that in a club,
Yeah.
It's different. Yeah, totally different vibe.
Different peeps.
you know? So it's
Yeah.
like being able to do a venue and you're like, hey, we're here and this is our show and we have merch and you can hang out with us after the show. And then it's like more of a special thing, you know?
Yeah.
If you're not doing that very often. I was thinking that because we just played a show in Philly and we had some fans that had some of our merch and we were signing it like in the booth while we were playing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, damn, we probably should do another one of these soon.
Yeah. Yes, true.
At least it mattered to that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. So 10 years, how anything we want to do to celebrate it this year, boys? Anything crazy? I know we're going to do a couple cool shows to kind of celebrate it.
Yeah.
Put out the album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
working
New
on an
would
album.
be Cool.
the Jonathan
Also,
single.
we should mention we just dropped a song called "Don't Leave."
Yes.
And
Just came out.
Trevor's singing on it, and something that I don't know how this got brought up, but we've done a lot of cool music videos this year, and we hit up the original director who we ever worked with, named
All the
Chris
OGs.
Campbell. So shout out Chris Campbell. He's done like 3 or 4 videos for us the past 4 or 5 months. And he did some of our original videos, Visions, Sex, Turn Me On, What Else? Can't Fight It. And
Yes.
we had to bring him back. And it's cool. I feel like the videos are, I'm just more excited about the videos. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
For sure.
But being able to have a consistent team to where you can kind of just show up and you know this is going to be our vibe and the direction that we want versus if it's a different director every time, you kind of don't know how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I love Chris. He's killing it.
I think the videos are sick.
Yeah.
And I think they look cool. Everything looks really cool.
Yeah, the videos are back. Those were like when we first started. That was like one of my favorite things about our project was our crazy videos, and people can kind of get a bit of our personality from it. You know what I mean? And that if you just compare it to anybody else, like in our genre, people would be like, "What the hell are these?
Yeah.
These videos are ridiculous." So I'm glad that we're back doing that, but in a more like way that makes sense. I think that like they're more digestible,
Yeah.
but they're still unique to the point where they stand out, but not in a weird way. Like what the hell, you know? So I'm loving it. We got to keep doing it with Chris.
Yeah, we kind of stopped doing the more like creative videos because especially when we were putting out different records with some of the dance labels, for example, they kind of had like a format, like a formula where it's like just have a cute girl dancing, and this is what the and you know we were putting the videos on their channels, so
Yeah.
so it's
And we were doing so many single deals where it was like we would sign a song with a label, and they'd be like, "Cool, we have $1,500, and we already know the director that's going to do the video."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, all right, sweet.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
couldn't really call the shots back then, you know?
But I think when I go back through our like, oh, we've been a group for 10 years, a lot of times it's like the videos where you can go back and watch them and you're like, wow, this is like such a creative idea. Or this was like fun video to make. And I have this memory where we made visions, and I don't know if we would put any of the music out, but we were like showing your cousin at the video, because in Vision's video, it's like we have these glasses on, and then when we take the glasses off, it turns out we're in love / making out with old ladies. And that was the first video we ever did. And we're just like, let's just go for it. This is a crazy idea. Chris Campbell directed it, and we're just showing your cousins, and they're like, wow, this is wild. You guys are crazy. But you have this like excitement about what you're making, you know?
Yeah, you want to show people.
Yeah. And music kind of became more of a volume game or quantity game, where it's like music videos aren't really as much of a thing anymore. So it's
yeah,
like
it depends. Depends on the project, but yeah, for sure, less of a thing for most people.
Yeah, I think it does depend on the project, though.
Yeah, some people thrive on it. Some people only are big because they're able to show off their. Not only, but I'm saying it helps.
It really, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it
pushes
really
them to the next
helps. Like
level.
it changes their narrative, as opposed to if you just heard the song, you'd be like, I don't know. But then you see the video, you're like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Like you heard like TZO Touchdown.
Yes. Yep.
You know.
Yep.
His visual makes his music way cooler. Like I'm not nothing against music. I think it's cool. But if you just listen to the music, it might not be as enjoyable as if you understand his vibe and like see what he's going for.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's cool if you're able to kind of express yourself some way that makes people react to it, but it's not as important necessarily, or frequently. So
Yeah, so don't leave is out now. We have a music video, and the video, it's kind of Trevor going with this chick, and they rob a bank or something, and then they're robbing a convenience store, and then they're driving off in the sunset. Kind of a Bonnie and Clyde storyline,
Yeah,
I guess you could say. But yeah, it was really fun shooting it, and we actually did 2 videos in a day, so it was kind of,
Which is pretty crazy if you
Yeah.
actually really think about it.
especially for how they turned out.
yeah, I don't think anybody would know either.
No.
You would never guess that both videos are being shot at the same time, just switching back and forth, basically 30 feet away from each other. It's kind of cool.
I was a little scared because you were pointing a gun at me, but
Oh yeah, I was, huh? With all that, with the Baldwin stuff, you never know nowadays, dude.
oh yeah.
You gotta be
Oh,
careful.
Baldwin. We
Gotta
do
be
not
careful
like
out
that guy.
there. No, but luckily we had some good professionals on
We had to have some extra safety checks
set.
for
Yeah.
that,
They did though, huh? They had a
Yeah.
few different safety checks. Yeah, they're like, don't even point at it unless
Oh
you're.
yeah, they did that whole little group warm up talk.
unless you're shot, like blah blah blah. So yeah, it was cool. Looks
So
legit,
everybody was safe on the set, guys.
though.
Okay.
Super safe. Not true about it.
So out of the 10 years, what was your guys' favorite videos? Mine was Can't Fight It, because I like doing the choreography. We spent like a day learning some jazzercise choreography.
Yeah, I love that one. Mine's Let Me Hold You, just because there's like a 3-minute intro. There's an outro. It's basically a movie. And I've never gotten that close to being like an action hero. So that was my moment to shine.
You did really good.
Thanks.
You did
Thanks.
really good in that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, there was a time cop. Remember the time
Yeah,
cop?
time cop. We had to take out the bad guy with the fake gun. Braxton, shout out Braxton. Braxton Go.
He's been in a lot of our videos.
Yeah.
Sex, Can't Fight It, Turn Me On.
Yeah, one of our buddies, Braxton, he's in a bunch of our videos. And even in the one we just did for Thank You So Much, he makes a little cameo. He's probably like 8 or 9 videos. Look for him. See if you can find all the videos he's in. Take a screenshot, send it to us. Bam, shout out Brax.
What's your favorite video, Kev?
I probably think Can't Fight It.
Yeah,
'Cause it
the
was-
Halloween edition, by the way.
Yeah. The dancing thing was
Yeah.
funny.
80s workout movie turned into a werewolf horror film that has like some sort of comedy with some kid wanting to watch porn. That's basically the concept.
Remember there was that other video that we did put out that had like the horse. There was like a
Yeah,
horse jumping in it. I'm like,
That was for
Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth.
yeah, that one. Okay.
And we
I
also
wonder what that looks like now. If we were to watch it today.
I bet we'd watch it now. I'd be like, why didn't we release
Yeah, why-
this? I bet we were just being picky and annoying.
Maybe we could like savor it and just throw it up as like an old data release from back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, on the YouTube channel.
Should we hit up Chris and
Like,
see if he
dude,
has?
do you
if he
have
has the
it?
edit?
Yeah, we
We should
should.
ask him. Maybe he has it on a hard drive somewhere.
I'm curious, bro, what our reaction would be now.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see.
I remember Rebecca was like,
It's
I
probably,
don't not like
it's probably
this.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's probably great, dude. I bet.
We were just being babies.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I remember there was. I think I thought it was whatever, but there was a scene where Kevi had his shirt off and he's like shoveling dirt. And
Yeah,
then,
that's the one I was like, I hate this
Oh
scene,
yeah,
dude.
I
hate
remember
this
that.
scene,
I remember
dude.
that.
and then the
I
horse
hate
goes up.
this
I
scene.
hate this scene, dude.
That's so good.
I think Kevi was just self-conscious about it. His
100%.
shirt being out. I
You're
think they
like,
greased
please.
you up.
Yeah, they greased me up and my belly's kind of sitting there hanging off. I was like, dude,
You're like,
this
this
is
does
not
not look
good,
good.
dude. This is not good, bro. What are they doing to me?
Like, this is not gonna help us. This is gonna hurt. That's great.
What if we digitally remastered it and gave you like AI
Six-pack.
six-pack?
Dude, but that's what
Now
I
it'd be
think
easy.
that's what they did is when they put the makeup, they like kind of greased me up. So they like try to make it see like I kind of have a six pack, but it's like, no, I don't have a six pack. you can see like the belly. That's I think I really didn't like it.
That's funny.
Why does this guy have a greasy belly?
Kevin's
This guy's
like,
rubbing
God.
Carl's Jr. all over his belly.
You're like, no, cut this. We're done.
Oh, dude, I was like, oh, I can't believe you put it in there.
That's so good. Oh man, I'm dying to see this video now.
So it's like, long story short, we probably would have kept working with Chris Campbell just forever if Kevi was in better shape.
Damn it.
that is the moral of this story.
That was it, huh? That's so funny.
We'll just blame it on Kevi.
No. I'm pretty sure we all were unsatisfied for some stupid reason.
We also didn't release the Feeling of Falling video that we did with Kim Petras.
Did we not?
No, we never released
No,
it.
people always post all of our fans.
Oh,
and
I
whatever,
thought
be
we
like,
put it out eventually.
No.
We should just put it out.
I'm pretty sure we just like stood on like a conveyor belt and they just went in circles. And we were like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, maybe we'll find that, drop it too. But I'm pretty sure that one was definitely not good. I think the Chris one was probably better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
I
always
bet you.
interesting, you know, we do the song Feeling of Falling. It's a cool and fun song. And we do a video for it. And then, 3-4 years later, she has like a huge top 10 record with Sam Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And then in your mind, you're like, damn, we should have put out that video. Even if it kind of sucked.
I mean, I guess, yeah. But whatever. You just got to roll with it. You never know. You just got to go with your gut. You know what I mean?
Especially with DJs, when our brand isn't based around us being like models. It's like, is one dorky video going to ruin your career?
Probably not. No.
Right. If you're like Enrique Iglesias or Jason Derulo and you're like, Jason looks like a lard ass in this video, then maybe it like ruins his career. I don't know. So you got to be like protective of it.
Yeah, true.
But if like Diplo came out and he looked kind of fat, you'd be like, whatever.
Let him rock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Diplo. He'll be fine.
That's true. Wow.
So yeah, we also shot a new video for a song that's coming out. It's called Carnival, and it's with Own Boss, who's a really sick Brazilian DJ. People probably know his big songs. But yeah, we did a one-shot video with dancers. I like doing the one-shot videos. It's cool. You have to coordinate a lot more, choreograph everything, like the crew moving the chairs and
A lot of work go into it.
Yeah.
I bet.
It was cool.
so we'll be dropping that video. I'm excited about that video. A couple weeks.
Yeah, that one looks sick from what we saw. Very exciting times.
Hell yeah, boys. Anything else we want to talk about before we say goodbye? You guys happy?
I'm thrilled. Doing great.
I'm
We're
thrilled.
going to Reno tonight. So
Hell yeah. Off to Reno. Thank y'all for watching. Much love. Cheat Codes Podcast. First just solo one. Just the boys. We'll have plenty more coming up.
Woo.
Hell yeah, guys. See you next time. And
Peace.
we got some shows coming up. Reno, San Diego, and then where are we at the week in February?
And then we are at
Come on. Oh my God. Where are we going? Don't forget the shows.
then we're going to Soundbar Chicago
Yeah,
on
Chicago.
February 7th and Canopy Club in Urbana, Illinois on February 8th.
Wow. Perfect.
Chicago and Urbana. All right, guys. Stay tuned. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Awesome. See y'all soon. Bye.
Nice, boys. Good job, guys.